fiction to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. You're lost in my gaze, yeah, you can't look away. Darling, you know I'm here to save you. And we're running wild. Yeah, I'm all you need, I'ma be your idol. Shining with my fame, shout my name, yeah, I'm your idol. Thank you for the pain, cause it got me going viral. Yeah, endless is my fever, make you a believer. I was born for you, your only idol. Don't let it show, keep it all inside. The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight. Your obsession fits our connection, so tonight give me all your attention. シカのこのこのここしたんたん。シカのこのこのここしたんたん。シカのこのこのここしたんたん。シカのこのこのここしたんたん。
And good morning, weebs and waifus. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to some delicious morning nonsense chat. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hello to you, everyone. Welcome, everyone. I'll be ready for some Weeb Day nonsense chat. Hello to you. All right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and another fantastic Friday chat. Let's see. All right, let's see. Carlos Batista says, happy Weeb Day, LD, and best chat. Hello to you, Carlos Batista. Hello to you. And then Book Column, good morning, good morning, good morning. That's a bomb says, good morning, folks. It's Weeb Day. The cross-cultural exchange on X is between America and Japan is what the activists think they do, but could never achieve in a million years. Not only that, the Japanese are sharing their word for crazy leftist because they have one. They have a word for crazy leftist. So like this is I find it enjoyable to see the fact that all this exchange exposed an interesting, funny thing that all the American leftists believed wholeheartedly that the entire world was on their side. The entire world hated America. The entire world hated Trump. The entire world hated the right wing or whatever. And that we were the crazy ones, and that the American leftist, American Californian leftist, is the one in control. And so they would go out and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to the rest of the world, sane American. We aren't all like this. Only for this cultural exchange to expose that the entire world is with us, and that it's the crazy American leftist that is seen by the rest of the world as a lunatic. And pretty cathartic to see that they've been living their little bubbles here in America, and when exposed to the rest of the world, that little bubble is very, very, very thin, very, very fragile, and the substance within that bubble shatters like glass. It shatters like glass upon meeting reality. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. It's kind of like now speaking of anime, it's kind of like Bakugo and Midoriya, right? I think it's his name from My Hero Academia, where there's in that little bubble of their town, right? It's Bakugo, right? That's the name Bakugo, right? The rival guy, the angry, fiery rival guy, like their entire childhood in that town, which is a little bubble, the little bubble of a little town. Bakugo was like the king. Like he was going to be awesome. He's going to be the bestest ever. And Midoriya sucks. He sucks, right? He's awful. And everyone kind of says, "Oh, you'll never be a hero. You suck, Midoriya." Meanwhile, when exposed to the rest of the world, when they go off to the big university, and they have to apply themselves in the context of the rest of the world, it's Midoriya who's seen as a righteous hero and accepted by everyone around him, and is Bakugo who is seen as the outcast freak show because of his anger and his hostility and how dark he kind of is. So that's what it's kind of like. You know, they spent their whole lives believing they're the righteous ones, they're the correct ones, they're the morally superior ones, they're the sane ones, despite being completely insane. Only to hit reality and see that the rest of the world not only sees them as insane, they made up new terminology. This is describe crazy leftists. It's very cathartic to see. And see, Carcatcher says, "Good morning, Best Chat. Weeb Day has arrived, and with it, Good Friday, which work has given us a paid holiday. I left something for you in streams clip submissions. Well, let's check that out. Let's see what we've been given today. Let me see here. Oh, I see. Yeah, I have it up now. Fantastic, fantastic. Should be pretty interesting to see this one. All right, Carl, the Tolkien nerd says, "Hi, all. Finally know where I'm going with the Regency romance. Very cool, very cool. Still not super happy, but it's the only solution that works. Yeah, you have to go. You have to go with what works logically, even if it's not something that's your ideal, but it does work. It's kind of like what happened with George R. R. Martin's. You know, one of the rumors is that he killed someone off that he really shouldn't have. Now he has nowhere to go with the story, and now he's stuck. I mean, he could just do something else, but he's stuck because it is that's the only thing that makes sense, and he ruined it." More Legion says, "Good morning, good morning, and happy Weeb Day, LD Weebs and waifus. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you, Boar Legion. Hope you're having a great, fantastic freaking Friday. Hello to you, everyone. Let's see, chat. Let me see here. Get this going on. Awesome, awesome. All right, all right. What is this? If Duckworth says, "Happy Easter, happy Easter to you all as well." Yeah, it's going to be Easter Sunday. Turns out. Let's see. Sean Tronic says, "Good morning and pleasant Good Friday. All started watching my Dress Up Darling. Out of curiosity, I can relate to the boy lead, and he doesn't look like me." Yeah, it's weird. Like no one really looks like anime protagonists. Not really, but everyone can relate. It really does feel like the people that whole prospect of would they have to look like you through the right. Feel like it's a very low IQ kind of thing, right? Kind of like the how would you feel if you didn't have breakfast today? And there's like, well, but I did have breakfast. It just can't comprehend the hypothetical. That's what it kind of feels like. It's like it feels like that's the exact situation, but with like a character on the screen. Like, how would you feel if you were going through what this character's going through? But I'm not going through that. But what if you were? But I'm not. But could you put yourself in the shoes of that character? No, because I'm not that character. How can I imagine going through what he did if I'm not going through it? So that's kind of what it feels like. Like, okay, well, we're gonna make him look like you. Okay, now can you see it? Oh, for the first time ever, I can finally see myself on screen. You see what I mean? It kind of feels like the same scenario. I feel like this very low IQ thing. Where like, okay, you can't understand hypotheticals. You just can't. You can't do it. So you can't understand or connect with a character who doesn't look like you. All right. It seems the same flaw. It's like I relate to the boy lead, and he doesn't look like me. While I want to root for the girl lead, I imagine. Yeah, weird. Lady Fasta says, Good Friday. Hello to you. Lady Fastalot, LD and Best Chat. May you be blessed Easter Sunday. Oh, thank you very much, Lady Fastalot. Has LD finally been converted to a Ruby fan? And other Weeb news, the villainous anime premiere of Observation Log is on 6th. Wait, isn't that wait? I'm thinking about Log Horizon. For the far, Log Horizon is the only show or anime I know of with the word log in it. So like, okay, Observation Log? No, Log Horizon. Okay. Let's see. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. Hold on. Let me get this up here. Let me see here, chat. Where are we now? Observation Log. No, not that one. Observation Log. There we go. All right. Check this out. I'll get that in a second here. The Bollywood and the copyright systems have been insane so far. I don't think I have 2 copyright strikes on this channel. I did get a second one on Twitch though, so one more on my Twitch channel and it's gone. Twitch is almost destroyed. Let's see, and so far as I've seen, no more Crunchyroll stuff. So anything for Crunchyroll cannot do anymore. Because Crunchyroll will just bring the hammer down. And see, our Rillery says, "Happy Easter, Litdev. One day I could love to see your ATLA political analysis video. Your Foundation Court intrigue breaks down are so insightful. Well, let you enjoy, and it'd be pretty fun to do. I think it'd be pretty fun to do. And I also have like interesting idea about an Ira video. but those are trendy. And if I did Avatar: Last Airbender, because those videos tend to get immediately a lot of views. The way for some reason the way it goes for me that if everyone else in the universe can make something that just instantly gets a lot of views, it will not work for me. So if I'm going to spend a bunch of time going over these videos, I'm going to get no views. I'm going to sit there with 0 views or something. But so I have to time it where maybe I just put out a video, maybe a video does really good, and that gives you some leeway to make something like this. That's what I'm waiting for. So I'll work on one. I'll see if I can make some. But it's going to have to be like at any point where a video turns out really good, and then I have some leeway. It's because for me, like when I do a video like that should get a lot of views that anyone else under the sun could do and get tons of views because this subject matter, it's popular subject matter. It won't work. So not for me for some reason. Like I'm also working on a Frieren video. I'm pretty sure it's going to get no views either because that's a popular topic. Me doing popular topics is a bad idea. I don't know why, but I'll check it out. I'm waiting to see if I can get a video that does moderately well, and then I can do it. I can do something like that. Let's see. What else here? It says military Han, Chinese, Manchurian, and Korean. Let's have Zombie Jesus Day. It's a Zombie Jesus Day. Some people would call it. And see here, chat. It times was a kick then. I guess I have to build it up. Start building it up a little bit. As the Lady Fastland says, any villainous anime fan, I hope will be charmed by observation log of my fiance. Oh, is that okay? I think that part. I think I remember. Observation log of my fiance. Like he's taking notes. It's like funny and charmingly humorous from a straight man, a male leads POV. That's something pretty funny. Mercury 90. Hello to you. Good Friday, Literature Devil and Best Chat. I have a video recommendation by Pale Over called How JJK Tells an Entire Character Arc in 15 Minutes. Sounds interesting. Let's see. What is JJK though? Builds a character arc in 15 minutes. Let's see here. Did you Kaisen? Is that what it was? Let's see. Over here. Awesome. This should work out fairly well. We'll check it out. Indeed. Ed Sage for says, good morning, LD and Bezchat. Happy Weeb Day. Sorry, checking out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Sounds pretty good to me. But this week got as far as beginning of part 2, season 1. Some pretty fun action animation. I would say so. I do like it. I do like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know if you noticed. See, Connor Kitchen says, Litdev, the reason why you had bad results is because YouTube buries you in the algorithm for not posting daily videos. I know that sucks. That is the current meta, if you will. But the thing is, some videos do all right. It's just predictably. Like I did a John Wick video, crushed. No traction. I did one Avatar Last Airbender video you think would do pretty well. No, crushed in the algorithm. So it's just I noticed a pattern of whenever I do a video on a popular topic, like all the Acolyte stuff. During the height of the Acolyte controversies, crushed. Barely any views. You would think that I would get some views on those, but no. And I was the piping hot like at the time. I was piping everyone in the mother getting doing Acolyte videos were getting lots and lots of raging numbers. Not me. Couldn't possibly be me. No way, Jose. Every single time I do something popular, especially if it's half the press is popular, nothing, absolutely nothing. And see, I can just Litdev. Crunchyroll is a localization company that also creates their own anime. Do they make their own anime? I know they made High Guardian Spies. That's the only one that's the only one I can be sure of they made. Let's see. Anyway, chat, let's check this out. Let's check out the observation log anime. Let's check this out. I got the little trailer here before we get into the main topics. All right, here we go. I will swear upon this necklace. I will show you what a magnificent villainess I can be. Okay, because she's going to take this stance. She's going to take this stance. Where it's okay, she's gonna be leaning into the villainous role. All right. Self-proclaimed villainous. It's a Bertia Ibel Notches. Notches? Okay. My role is to rip your highness and the heroine away from each other. He's just talking about this like, I'm going to ruin your marriage. Is that a villainous plot? That's going to ruin your marriage. Hold on. I forgot to put this here. Get this up here. Here we go. Almost there. All right. Have you hit that like button? I hope so. There we go, chat. Polls up. Have you hit that like button? Let's see. All right, chat. We got another guest in the back room. Let's see who this could possibly be.
Don't talk to me. I know you're a pervert under there.
Yeah.
Hello, Stu, the Stu crew.
Morning.
Good morning. Frozen says good morning and good Friday. Good Friday to you too, Stu. And
Good
Stalker.
Good Friday. Yes.
Good Friday Weeb Day. And I've learned that I cannot do any more Crunchyroll related things on Twitch. I have a second strike on that channel now.
Oh no.
Both from freaking Crunchyroll. Even though I do a lot of commentary, it's not good enough.
Yeah, okay. You want to do Digital Circus?
We could do Digital Circus, yeah. So if we get Pillarman today, chat. If we get Pillarman today, we can what's it on actually? Is it on Amazon or something?
It's on YouTube. It's
okay.
Just YouTube.
All right. Well then I guess because we can't do any anime on Crunchyroll. They're too heavily guarded. So if we do get Pillarman today, we will go ahead and EFAP some Digital Circus. Some Digital Circus.
FAP to Digital Circus. I agree.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure a lot of the fans do.
Bro, I don't know what it is, but Pomni awoken something in them. And I'm not gonna pretend to not understand it because like all right, hold up. What? What do you mean what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What the fuck does that mean?
Yes.
I'm getting shit for nothing.
Yes, Stu.
I like Pomni. I don't like her. I mean, like, I won't say no to anything drawn good, but like, I'm not really into her like that. But okay, y'all just catching strays for fucking nothing. What is this?
So they prefer quantity over quality, even though the letters you get letter is how you get viewers, and thus more ad revenue for YouTube and the creator. Yeah. So Stu, what I do want to like do a video on Avatar: The Airbender about like the court system and like how it would play out. You know how it logically would play out in the court system and stuff.
Of course.
The Fire Nation. I was like, I'm going to have to wait until I have a video that does really well in order to work on something like that, because it's Avatar: The Airbender, which would technically mean I would get tons of views because it's a very popular topic. But because it's me, I'm not going to get any on that video because it's a popular topic. So I have to. So while I do want to make one of those, I have to wait until I do a good video first that gets some views or some attention, and then I can work on a video that I know will not get any.
It'd be like that sometimes, for sure.
Yeah, every single time, Stu. Every single time I try to do something popular, try to talk on a popular topic, nothing, absolutely nothing. But here's a new villainous anime coming out called My Observation Log of my fiance who calls herself a villainous. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to ruin your marriage and your prospects with this one lady, and this guy going, okay, I guess I'm going to write it all down. It seems that the future may be quite entertaining. So what can I do to ensure that your highness and the heroine are safely bound together?
Clearly, bondage.
Clearly. I thought about it as hard as I can. No need for that effort. She desires for her engagement to be broken off and to be left speechless. That's a weird desire. So his name is Prince Cecil. Prince Cecil. Okay. Given your age, aren't you a little too even-tempered? Yeah, aren't you too like mature or whatever?
もしかして転生
Couldn't it be your
違
reincarnation?
ったりします
またよくわからない。
Oh, is it like another reincarnation? It's like two reincarnation people. And there is yet another word that I don't quite understand.
単語が出てきたね。
私はゲームのバーティアとは違う
Like the Bartia from the game. Oh, so it's still an Otome game. Okay, that makes sense. Because so he has to like it has to be an Otome game. That is part of the tradition. Is this tradition?
美しく気高い悪の花になるので
Traditional
すから
Moravian.
It is traditional Malavian villainous anime.
Did you give her traditional villainous engagement ring?
Yeah.
私頑張りますわ
今度は何をしようとしているのかな。可愛い
I'm
姫君
glad
を
that
の
bit stuck. I'm so happy.
The tradition.
Is this tradition? Like it's such a dumb bit, but I'm glad it made an impression.
Let's see. That's how I know this is made by a girl because food porn. Pretty food porn.
Yeah.
Let's see. Male food porn is. Have you ever seen the movie Death Proof? The movie Death Proof
I
with
have-
what's his name? That one awesome guy from Big Trouble in Little Tokyo. The Big Trouble in Little China. That's what it was. Kurt Russell. And we get to see his character open up to male version of food porn, which is him just devouring this plate of nachos. We don't get to see how good the plate of nachos look, but it does look good of him devouring the entire plate. Like looks delicious.
Of course.
That's male food porn. It's actually seeing someone eat the food and like how delicious it looks. The woman food porn is look how great the presentation is, and the you get sparkles and crap like that. That's kind of what the women food porn is. So that's how you know this is made by women. Look all the sparkles and look how good it is. Look and it's usually sweets and stuff.
Yeah.
Where men are like, oh, look at that steak. Let me eat the steak.
Listen, as long as we're discriminating, I'm okay. Like I'm fine. Yeah.
It's like the racist community. You don't really care what race you are, as long as you're racist.
As long as you're racist. That's
As
right.
long as you're racist.
That's the
可愛い
important
姫
part.
君
Keep my adorable princess from
を
getting
逃さない
away.
ために私は日々頑張っているから。
Work my hardest every day.
変化
そう。可愛い姫君を逃さないために。
知る運命だ
And princess, wait, I'm late. What did I miss? And why am I not surprised that a conversation about porn involves stew? Yeah.
Believe it or not, I did not start this conversation, chat.
Believe
I-
it or not.
I've been very well behaved all day.
Believe it or not.
としてもあくまで美しく私は一流の悪の花になってみせ
I shall become the first-rate flower of evil.
Hmm.
I bet you won't, though. I bet you won't.
テレビアニメ自称悪役令嬢な婚約者の観察記録
Something. Yes, Mrs. Asian Gibberish. Thank you very much. All right. It's pretty interesting. All right. Let me see. By the way, Stu, do you see this new trend going around? I want to talk about a little bit. There's not much on it, but people have been going, you know what? Frieren would fit in Lord of the Rings. And someone made this like awesome art of it.
Oh,
It looks pretty
sick.
cool. It looks pretty cool. Like, yeah, people are like saying, like, you know what? If you just alter just a few things, Frieren would kind of fit in the world of Lord of the Rings. You know, I'm assuming before the Shonen exams. I don't know what was it called. The first mage exams. First mage exams.
The
Pretty sure
shonen
it's-
exams?
Yeah, for like Naruto, it's like that's what I call it every single time. Oh, time for your class, the Shonen exams, because that seems to be the best terminology I think for it.
Sure.
The tournament arc, but it's like for schooling. Let's see here. All right, but yeah, I thought this is pretty cool. Like this is really good artwork, and some people were arguing this. Like saw this on the forum, no idea who the artist is. Frieren would fit very well in Middle Earth. This is the kind of crossover I don't mind. Like this, Frieren is just walking around. What's it called, Rivendell? Let's see.
Yeah. It's so weird how Frieren, like, because I've tried, like, I really like Frieren, but I like the idea of Frieren more than I like Frieren. Like, I have still not seen past the episode where they kill the potential sex slave.
Oh yeah, Ara
I-
the guillotine.
I mean, like, I didn't watch past that because, like, I didn't I felt like I got enough out of the show, you know? And I feel like most people have not watched Frieren. They just love the idea of Frieren.
The elf who's like, no, I'm not gonna take this. I'm not gonna take your demon nonsense, or I get out of my country.
It's also just a cozy show, you know, and like,
Really
I'm playing Stardew Valley right now. like I think the idea of cozy shows and cozy things is very popular right now.
Let's see. Iggy Trans is a shonen exam. There's not the chonin exams, but the shonen exams. that makes sense.
I could go back to Japan like right now.
Japan's excited because they seem to be loving America right now.
Bro, yeah, dude, I am so happy about the like newfound love between the Japanese and Americans who are all equally racist. It's a great time. It's a great time to be an American.
It's like you hate these Muslim invaders. We also hate the Muslim invaders.
Yeah.
We don't want Sharia law here either. Awesome. Well, we had to ban it in Texas, so it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite part has been that to show off to Californians that the rest of the world loves Texas, not California. Actually,
no one gives a shit about California.
Everyone hates California,
even a little bit. Like even like even Westaboos, who I'm going to call them that now, like Asians who are obsessed with Texas. Texaboo. We're going to call them Texaboo.
Texaboos, yeah.
Even Texaboos know that California's fucked.
Yeah, there's like I said, dear, as a joke, dear Japanese people, as an American on behalf of America, I apologize for Californians. We are not all like this. Signed sane Americans. And so I got some Japanese responses going, "Oh, I'm so glad to hear that." Relieved that we're not all like Californians. My favorite development though has been D&D. Like apparently we went from barbecue to the D&D discussions. I've been seeing like a lot of like Japanese people talk about D&D. A lot of Americans going, "Oh yeah, I love D&D," and Japanese accounts getting thousands of new American followers because of their shared love for Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I think everyone just loves to pretend that they're, successful adventurers. I think
that's awesome.
I don't think it's that deep. I think it's just like we all like the same things, and anyone who pretends otherwise is a fucking like moron,
Yeah, D&D is fun, especially when Stu's a DM. Like it's a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Someone actually was saying that I think it was Eth the Beef. I want to say it was Eth the Beef, and he sent like a $50 super chat. It was awesome when he said it was his birthday. I said happy birthday, and that he found the archive, Stu, of our Strixhaven campaign.
Oh no.
He's been enjoying it. I was like, "Oh, you are enjoying it, huh? How far are you?"
There's a point where we were like, give it a minute.
Stu almost killed us with I was passed out from laughter.
I'm trying to. Was it the dragon?
Yeah, the dragon. I was like,
that dragon was ridiculous. I love that.
So pretty good, Stu. Apparently, it was our Strixhaven campaign was very entertaining. Let's see. Right, our raillery. Thanks for the super chat. Stu at dawn. I've been well behaved all day.
Mm-hmm.
All day. For at least an hour.
At least an hour.
Let's see.
Actually, I woke up super early. I've been up since like 4:30. And
how long have you been awake?
5 hours.
I know you're always up, but how long have you been awake?
I get it. Oh,
let's see. Lady Fastlot with 20 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Lady Fastlot. Appreciate it. Very generous. Let me see. Let me get the right clip here. All right, Lady Fastlot, thank you very much. And welcome to 20 new members of the Lit Legion. And of course, what this means today's episode of Morning Nonsense. And of course, Weeb Day has been produced by the great Lady Fastlot. Thank you very much, Lady Fastlot.
Let's go, Lady Fastlot.
There we go, Lady Fastlot. Very much appreciated. There we go. Thank you very much. See, Valley Fest says, finally people are realizing the inmates have control of California. It's been like the dog meme with the house on fire and everyone doesn't notice its insanity. One thing I did get, though, was people from California were like, I'm from California and I agree with this. Because there's a lot of based people in California. It's just that, they can't really, it's all rigged over there. So basically, if you have right-wing views, if you want to vote Republican, you have no say in California.
It's not even that. I hate to say it's not even, you know what I mean? But the problem is, when it comes to California, they just let in anybody and everything is valid there. And that's the problem is the fact that there's no real accountability for anything. Like, if you're stupid, you're allowed to have a voice in California, which are fucking stupid.
But how many businesses have they lost to Texas? They've lost Elon Musk's business. They lost a lot of factories. They lost a lot of prominent businesses to Texas specifically. And they're coming here, Stu. Everyone who wants to make money is coming over to Texas because Texas is such an awesome place for businesses. Pretty good stuff, I have to say. It was just kind of cathartic saying, all these smug leftist Americans seeing what the world really thinks about them, like all the way from Japan. That is another side of the world. And it was pretty good to see. Pretty good to see that they are forced to realize that no one actually agrees with them other than their fellow lunatics. Let's see. Everyone trying to do something worthwhile is moving to Texas. It's exactly what happened. Let's see. All right, chat. Well, right, here we go. But speaking of which, Stu, hold on, let me put this back up here. So, one of the most wholesome things recently has been Japanese kind of connecting with the Americans with Dungeons and Dragons, and that immediately got me on to the idea of watching a little bit of Record of Lotus War, because I haven't really seen that show. But I saw the first episode and it's great, and it's because the first 15 minutes they're all just completely racist to each other. It was fantastic. Like, it really drew me in. Like 15 minutes, like, oh, you just like this because you're an elf. Oh yeah, you just like that because you're a dwarf. Oh yeah, because you just an idiot because you're a human. Like all this constantly racist to each other 15 minutes, and then they do have each other's backs. Like, yeah, there we go. Talking about fantastic racism.
And where to find it.
And where to find it. Exactly. Fantastic racism and where to find it. and how to write it. There we go. Fantastic racism and how to write it. Let's see. But I was like, this pretty interesting. You would never see it in a show like this today. You would never see everyone just first 15 minutes of the first episode of a series, boom, just 15 minutes of racism towards each other. Is this all in your face or in your face kind of racism too? Just like the dwarf doesn't like the elf doesn't like the dwarf, and of
course, yeah,
the humans like the human rogue is like poking fun at the dwarf for being a dwarf, something like that. So, but then they all respect each other. So I think that's closer to real life than anything else. Let's see. Yeah, Corner Kitchell says Side Scrollers podcast is based in Texas, and that the host Stuttering Craig lives in Texas, and Gary Nerdrotic moved from California to Texas too, because it's just way better in Texas if you want to make a living and not just be a slave to the government and giving away all your money to the system, who then will just give the money to weird criminals and retards who commit crimes just to be let out again because, oh well, it's he's not smart enough to stand trial, which I think has been an excuse they've used. He's too retarded to hold trial, so we're just going to let him out into the streets again. Anyway, Stu, have you ever seen a anime called The Faraway Paladin?
I feel like I have.
Let's see here. It's been around a while, and apparently has 3 seasons, but I can only find 1. There we go. Or maybe the 3rd season's not out yet. There's only like 6 episodes a season, which I doubt. But this one was kind of interesting. I think I'd say this one is kind of up there in terms of anime fantasy, this modern day stuff. It's not isekai, or is it? No, it is isekai. I forgot. Like it's so interesting on its own that you really don't need the isekai part of this. I forgot it was isekai by the end of this whole thing. I really don't need the whole he was brought here from another world kind of thing. But
Mhm.
here's the thing: it's actually really good. Like if you just even if you don't have the isekai part in there, it's really good. Although it might be a yaoi, I'm not sure yet.
There's a suspicious amount of gay.
I mean, it's kind of hinted at it a little bit because he doesn't really have a female love interest.
Mhm. So definitely gay.
So it kind of hints at that, although I'm like, because they do have a female character in there who's like pretty and blonde, and she's like a cleric or something like that. So she's also, just chaste and everything, but she's not really part of the main crew. She's not really part of the main party. She kind of exists, but is not part of the main party yet, as far as I saw. So here's the thing.
Mhm.
All right. So it begins with he's a baby brought here from another world, and he gets raised by 3 heroes. I thought that's pretty tragic. Because his 3 heroes, it's like he's raised by 3 undead with a ghost mage, a skeletal warrior guy, and an undead mummified priestess.
As you
And
do.
yeah, of course. And it gives him like they don't train him in they give him all the knowledge for since childhood. The mage gives him like all this knowledge. The priestess here shows him how to pray, which is important. Because apparently there's praying techniques, which I think is pretty interesting. Because like, okay, how like in an RPG, like in Warcraft or whatever, how do you differentiate between like a good priest and a bad priest, like a high level priest and a low level priest? Like, oh, I guess their praying techniques are different. they ought to pray good. And so yeah, he would pray with the priestess every day. And also it also proves your point you made the other day, Stu, about monks. And she's a priestess, but she was definitely going to marry the warrior before they died. They officially died. And so yeah, she's a priestess, very like priestess that definitely she can perform miracles and everything, devout to her goddess. Was going to marry the warrior before they died. Unfortunately, they died too soon before that could actually happen. But yeah, so there was no like celibacy promise or anything like that. She could still be a priestess, but still have a husband. But he gets raised by his 3 undead, and years go by. He kind of becomes an adult, and then by the time he does become an adult, he has like the knowledge of a swordsman, like a champion swordsman. And he has all the prayer techniques of a practiced priest, and he has a lot of wizarding knowledge from the mage. He was like a master level, like almost god tier level wizard. And so turns out that the reason why they're undead is because before they died, they sealed away the evil demon king person, and then the god of the undead came in and said, you know what, how about you join my ranks, become undead, and when you lose your attachment to the High King, you can join my ranks forever. And so, but they had a choice of either dying or joining the undead under him. And so they became undead, and they stood over the seal here. And so, one thing that happened was the mage wanted to kill this kid. He did not want the kid to come around. He wanted to kill this kid because he knew that they would lose their attachment to the High King and form an attachment with the kid instead. It's exactly what happened. So the kid grew up. He made a pact with the goddess of light and became a paladin essentially, and banished away the god of the undead for at least some time. And he lost essentially his parents, which is the warrior and the priestess lady. The mage got to stay behind because the priest was like, hey, you want the mage, the goddess was like, hey, do you want like 10 more years? He's like, hell yeah, dude. So the mage got to leave, got to stay behind. So you can still come back and visit the mage, within 10 years. But this was pretty refreshing in the same way that Dunk and Egg were refreshing, because the main character actually is a good person. Like his whole identity is his whole vow to the priestess is the whole vow to the goddess is I want to live my life honorably and help those in need. And basically you're a very good paladin vow. And because his vow was so strong, he gets a lot of power from the priest or from the goddess. So it's kind of interesting, the idea of the stronger and more the more earnest your vow, the the higher your power, but also by that metric, you have to perform more. Like you have to do more things. You have to uphold that vow. So your life is therefore going to be rife with hardship. But you get a lot of power from your goddess. So that's kind of what happened to him. He got like the highest level tier like promise bound with the goddess, and he goes off in the world. And we realize that the world here looks pretty because they're able to preserve it. But outside this place is like this dark, and basically like he goes from here to Elden Ring. That's kind of what happens, like just demons and monsters and stuff everywhere. It's so I find it pretty interesting. I like this character. I don't like the English voice actor though, because the English voice actor made him sound like a little kid. It sound like a I've heard this voice actor before. Usually does like a little boy characters, like maybe 10 years old. This guy's supposed to be like 15, 16, something like that. So I like we've given like characters deeper voices before of this age. He sounds like a kid. I was like, I just couldn't take him seriously. But everything else I liked it. I liked about the character. He wants to do good. He wants to protect the weak, alleviate casualties if possible. He can heal. Basically, he is a paladin. He can heal. He can do all this stuff. And he goes out to do good deeds, and it's pretty refreshing. But however, one of the first people, in fact, the first person he ever meets out in the wild, because it takes a long time for him to meet someone, because the city is just cursed, and so miles and miles around, it's like no one's here. He meets this half elf guy named something. I forgot. It's like metal something. He's like almost a dwarven name. And but he's a half elf, and I was like, is this a guy or a girl? Because he's an elf, I'm not really sure, and he's wearing bloomers or something underneath his cloak. So eventually, he becomes like, we have the whole thing where they meet. He kind of becomes an antagonist for a little bit. Main character beats him. They become friends, and then he becomes like he becomes to admire the guy, the main character. He does all these cool things. They manage to get to a city, all the stuff. Now here's the main storyline of what I've seen. Pretty straightforward. They found some demons. They went to go fight the demons. They killed the demons. Of course. But what was funny though is that he's doing they're acknowledging that he's doing all these things that are worthy of bard songs, and they do find a bard, but it's like I was like, who's this little girl that they found? So it's like they found a little girl half elf with this merchant, traveling along with this merchant. They got swindled because some adventurers said, "Oh, we'll take you to the city. We'll guard you on the way." And halfway there, they said, "Deuces!" So all the money ran away. And so the main character and his elf boyfriend have to help them out. And so the girl traveling along with them is like a half elf. So she's like a little girl, but she's like probably older because she has a lot of experience in being a bard because she's really good at it. But she writes songs and things. So she kind of becomes like that gnome girl from Pathfinder King's.
Yeah.
What's it called? The King. I keep coming up with King's Landing. That's not it.
It's Kingmaker. Yeah.
Kingmaker. That's a Kingmaker. So she starts writing like a song about his adventures after the whole season 1 is over, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll call Dwarfomir the elf guy. We'll call him Dwarfomir the Beautiful." And he's like, "Wait a minute, everyone's going to think I'm a girl." And she's like, "Oh, that's okay. You could be his girlfriend." And so they kind of are hinting that, making hints that they're love interests. Like it's the yaoi one is the two boys, right? That's kind of what they're hinting at. So because especially at the end where they exchange like traditional lover dialogue at the end, like I'll stay beside the half elf guy is like, I'll stay by your side from here on out, and holding hands, smiling, looking into each other's eyes. But they're good friends too. They don't worry. They're good friends. Not a half elf LD. She's a halfling. I do know in the Kingmaker she's a halfling or a gnome or something.
I believe halfling, yeah.
She looks like an elf to me, and the bard lady looked like an elf to me in the Faraway Paladin show.
That's pretty racist if you.
I look alike anyway.
There it is.
Oh, look alike. Is it cowardly? Tolkien says, I know I'm going to be unpopular for this, but although I like the story of a knight at Seven Kingdoms, the ultimate payoff is horrible. I tend to feel that you put the audience off when you do this. The whole like he doesn't get any payoff. Don't worry. The season 1 does not give him any reward other than he gets to live. But there are how many pages does Dunk get? Sir Duncan the Tall? He gets like what 4 or 5, 6 pages for Sir Duncan the Tall. Don't worry, it gets better. According to the storyline, he gets like all the stuff. He becomes a legend. So, for season 1, didn't really give him much of a payoff other than you get to live and you get to keep your foot in your hand.
Yeah,
but yeah, we kind of would like more reward for Dunk at the end of the season 1. Other than that, because he just walks away with almost nothing and beaten up, almost dead. His only reward is what he has egg. That's about it. It does suck though. I want to see him happy. We want to see him happy. We want to see him with some rewards. But hopefully, when they get season 2 out there, we'll get more into him becoming a knight and an actual knight and in the King's Guard and all that stuff. Norman, thanks for the 5. That's your chance. Confusing gnomes and halflings. Well, they didn't know you were like that. Welcome to the show.
It's like, are you new? It's like, listen, there's 2 things that happens. Like LD is weirdly transphobic or racist, and Stuart is weirdly anti-Semitic. Like that's how.
Yeah, it's my shtick.
Yeah.
See, that's my shtick. I can't have another guy on here that's racist or whatever because that's my shtick. And it's like a D&D party. Okay.
See that's where I fit in. That's where.
And see, see, the head here is the wizard, and
because well, hold on. Remember, I'm the racist one because I like black women. Remember?
That's not racist.
That's according to the internet. It is.
That's anti-racist. I don't know.
Anti-racist. That's not. Listen,
see,
all the
that's
black
not...
women who I've ever been into have been racist. Okay, like
have been appropriately racist.
Appropriate racist, bro. No, they hate white boys. Like it's just funny. They got a weird complex about it. Like every time I learn something new about racism, and I'm using racism with air quotes, I learn that every single accusation of racism is a self-report.
Probably,
you know?
Probably
100, like it 100% is, because I've never like had this idea of a collective race problem. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I've never thought of people in racial blocks until the internet. You know, until
I met Californians.
Yeah, exactly.
Gerard Guts says, good morning, everybody. Saw the Mario Galaxy movie last night. It was a fun movie. Got myself a popcorn bucket. Oh, that sounds cool.
Okay, so it is good. Like Alex and I were genuinely worried that it was going to be bad, and I didn't. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
So that's a good. It's a good showing. I assume Brie Larson does a good job as Rosalina.
No, she's not Rosalina.
Yeah, she voices Rosalina. However, don't worry, Brie Larson has undergone a severe humbling.
Okay,
so she's been like, hey, yeah, I just want to promote the movie and everything. So she's almost likable now. Or I would say likable now.
Good. Get that bitch to shut the fuck up.
They did. They definitely did. At the point where like, oh, I think they went too far because she's like, oh, you can play Captain Marvel again? She's like, do you guys want me back? I don't know. Severely humbled.
Well, at that point, then yeah, no, let's go for it.
The Shadow Tronic says, I thought Stu was I thought you invented racism in Mount Doom.
That's a good point.
Nonsense lore? Yes, really. Is it more nonsense lore that you invented racism?
That's right. I am like the worst racist. I'm not very good at it. Not very good at racism.
I guide others to a treasure that I cannot have.
That's me. Listen, I can teach you all about the things. I'm just not one of them.
Ironically, the black racism is something that was imported from the South, like some STD. Now we're stuck with it. Yeah. It turns out. Let's see. Loomfen says, from what I understand, a lot of the woke BS was in response to studio pressure to be woke. And I don't care what people say. I do think she's kind of. Oh wait, Brie Larson.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
yeah, she's pretty, of course. Like it would be it'd be intellectually dishonest to not call her pretty because she straight up is, you know.
let's see. Oh, here's the priestess. Here's the priestess lady. The is this kind of tragedy by tragic with these three characters because they were massive heroes, like really good heroes who like they have 200 years later, their people are still singing songs about them, and but they were fated to become undead, fated to serve the undead god of evil, because of one moment where they had no choice but to say, okay, yeah, we want to remain undead because we have a strong attachment to this place, and we don't want to end up dying like this. And so they kind of just wanted more life because they felt like it was taken away too early. But it's like, but fortunately, they do get saved by their paladin. Like the main character does save them from that fate, and they're able to die properly and be reincarnated, except for the mage who decided to stay behind for another 10 years. Let's see. Orange Man says no non-spoiler review, but fun but flawed, still worth watch. Rumor has it they're working towards Super Smash Brothers. That'd be pretty. Now I want to see that. I want to see Super Smash Brothers movie.
100%. They are, because Fox McCloud is apparently in the movie. Which, like, okay, why do you want Fox McCloud in this movie? Like, it's Mario. That's just
because it has to be. They're going to go to Smash Brothers, which I want to see that. I mean, that's going to cost them like $400 trillion. I guess it won't cost them that much because they own all the properties. But Nintendo.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just Solid Snake. Like Solid Snake shows up. I was like, I'm here to talk to you about the Smash Bros. Initiative.
Maybe it's going to be like Smash Bros. 1, where they own everything.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of crazy. It's like, oh yeah, here's a Solid Snake, who's only here for Zero Suit Samus or something. Let's see. Well, Gear.
There was there's actually like a bunch of cute little references in the Sonic movies about Mario. So like maybe like if anyone is up for a crossover right now, it would be the team running the Sonic movies. They would. What
if they did the Mario Sonic Olympics thing? It'd be kind of interesting.
That would be fun.
The Lady Fastlet says that it's been a while, but weren't they cursed? Yes, they were cursed. They were cursed by the god of undeath. And so the priestess lady, her name is Mary, I think. And whenever she went to go pray, she got a blessing from her goddess. But because she betrayed her goddess, she would be lit on fire as she prayed. And she's like, that sucks. But she would get the bread anyway. So not only was this kid raised from birth to by the greatest warrior of all time, taught by the greatest mage of all time, and taught to pray by one of the greatest priestesses of all time, he also was sustained and grew from the time he was a kid on holy bread that was literally made by God. So needless to say, he was pretty powerful. That time he went off on his own. And then he also learned to pray from Mary. So his own, when he was able to, whenever he wanted to pray and ask for a blessing from his goddess, he was able to do so pretty well. Like apparently he was on the level of an archbishop and how he could pray. I don't know his praying technique.
Listen, bro, I'm so good at praying.
He's really good at praying. Like I fold my hands so good. Let's see. Iggy tries to beat Larson only got the lead in Captain Marvel because Feige wanted to sleep with her, probably. And she won an Oscar and a Grammy in the same year. So she probably did then.
Yeah, I was like, does Feige actually have control of like Oscars? Like,
yeah, I mean, was Epstein still alive? Because he probably had the connection to there.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Let's see. Ben Berger says, which anime is this? It's called Faraway Paladin. And I quite liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I kind of want to see more of it. It's kind of generic in terms of storyline because it's just like I fight demons, but I do like everything else about it. Mm-hmm. Like because it's the storyline is so generic, we got to spend more time developing characters like the main character, his three mentors, his half-elf boyfriend guy, the merchant, the bard lady, and the town, the world, and how it's developing and everything. Mm-hmm. I should have watched it though in Japanese because I did not like the voice actor for the main character. It just threw me off, and it would have been okay if he was not the main character, but it was the main character voice actor. It just sound like a little kid. Here's the mage. This is like the first guy you see in the show. Like, whoa. Like, what is this? He's like a ghost. He's a ghost mage. If I says, yeah, it's similar to Frieren in terms of pacing and the story being fully in a fantasy world. Yeah, I just wish it was like kind of like Frieren. We kind of cut out the Isekai thing because I think the writer forgot about that. There's no like just to the real world or anything. It's kind of like it was a big deal in the beginning where he's a baby, but he can still like remember his past life and has sentience. But after that, it's like he confesses to his three mentors that yeah, I have memories from another world, and it's like that's rough, buddy. Anyway, the whole isekai thing doesn't really come into play, and other than his determination comes from, because apparently in his past life he was kind of a social outcast and a shut-in and did nothing. He just wasted his entire life, and so now he wants to live right. So there's that thing. That's like the main thing that the isekai plays into, was that I want to live my life right this time, which is very admirable. But I feel like you can just cut out the isekai part. It's kind of just feel like the isekai part's in there for SEO reasons. Or to maximize search results. Archie Kasune is the final super chat. Says, I'm glad you liked the series, LD. I remember suggesting it to you a while back. It's pretty good. I like it quite a bit. And I remember someone suggesting to me to watch Faraway Paladin, and I put it in my roster, but in the back of my mind, but then I kind of forgot about it. But then I saw that it had an anime. It's like, you know what? For Weeb Day, now I can show you something. Let me go ahead and watch it. And it's pretty good. I kind of binged the entire series pretty quickly. Ben Parker says the voice actor sounding like a child reminds me of the song star that was given a role in Gundam Seed Destiny. The American dub gave him a deep voice. Then I heard the actual singer's voice. That's pretty funny. That actually happens, by the way. It happens here because the bard lady is a little girl, and they give her a little girl's voice. Let me see if she pops up in the trailer anywhere. By the way, Stu, imagine being a kid and like this is your dad. Hello.
My dad actually looks like that. What are you talking about?
With the blazing red hair. You know what? He looks like Radon. It's like Radon, because remember in Elden Ring you get Radon's hair?
Mm-hmm.
Right. General Radon? I think so. You get his hair. It's like that. Let's see. In fact, I thought of Radon the first time I saw this character. It's like, is that Radon? What the hell? Let's see. Here we go. Now look at the boyfriend here. See, they call him the beautiful. Or the bard wanted to call him the beautiful, but he's like, no, I don't want to be called that because they don't think I'm a girl. I don't want to be gender swapped, and I can sympathize with that. So they made him like the something else. It wasn't the beautiful. It is something else. If I says, yeah, a group of us were recommending series like this to you right around the time you discovered Frieren. Oh, okay. But yeah, Faraway Paladin is pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as Frieren yet, but it's up there. I do like it quite a bit. I think the isekai part kind of weighs it down a little bit in my mind. It takes away a few points, but everything else I think I like quite a bit. It does feel like he's going to he's leaving paradise to step into the world of Elden Ring. I'm like, that's pretty cool, because that's my idea. I had this idea some while back where we had a cool honorable knight step into the world of Elden Ring. This kind of reminds me of that. Okay, so it's this lady. This is the bard in the show, and she's like really good. But this happens. The same thing happens to her. So as the difference in voices. So she has like a little girl's voice normally, but when she sings with her Japanese voice, and her Japanese voice actor is a grown woman. So she goes from little girl voice to grown woman singer voice and sings in Japanese.
Naturally.
It's like, this is kind of weird. Let's see. This guy's a badass. I don't know what else to just tell you about this guy. He's just a badass and a good person. Like, he looks like like Conan or something. Like, he would be morally ambiguous, but he's just a good person. He just happens to be the greatest badass who has ever lived.
I love when they do that.
You would think that the isekai genre, the the modern day kind of like anime genre. It'd be like obviously the main character is the most badass. No, this guy is.
That's funny.
Like his whole legend, like the bard lady hates him because he's a legendary figure, but he just does everything so awesomely and so fast that she can't really tell a story about it. Like she goes, like he would take on a quest to kill like a dragon, and he'll just walk up to the dragon, kill a dragon, and walk away. It's like I can't make a story out of that. I can't make a story out of he walks up to the dragon, stabs it, and walks and goes home. so the bard lady hates him, even though this guy is kind of crazy because he just says yes to any quest. No matter how big or crazy or dangerous it is. So, of course, this guy also said yes to go on a suicide mission to destroy all the demons that are nearby. He's like, "Yep, sounds good to me." So I do like this character. And there's the main character. So it looks very, at least, I would say that looks a little generic, but I can't complain because he does not look like the generic isekai protagonist. He's got red hair, golden eyes. I can recognize him because if you put like a lot of modern day isekai protagonists together in the same picture, I was like, this is the same guy. This is the same exact man. This guy looks unique. He's not wearing a hoodie. I think it's a scarf. So he doesn't have the edgy black hoodie that everyone has for some reason. Let's see. Ben Parker says, not the first time. Check out Looking for the Full Moon. Teenage Girl sounds like a singer who does the opening theme. I guess that makes sense because I mean they have one singer on staff. Might as well use the same singer for everybody who sings. Orange Man says also Nintendo confirmed that Pikmin will be reference each film. Pikmin in the Mario movies.
Yeah, there's Pikmin. I don't know if they're like relevant to the film, but they're in the film for sure.
It's pretty interesting. Pikmin. What are they're gonna go towards Smash Brothers? Like, why Pikmin?
Well, Olimar is a character in Smash.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that's right. Alex Hendrickson cheers says, LD, you're expecting American VA to know how to sing. I guess it's true. Meanwhile, Japanese VAs are singers, idols, and wrestlers, as Stu knows quite intimately.
Yeah, totally.
Disturbing feminine man. Yeah, that's what I didn't like about it. Exactly. I wanted like a more masculine character, especially in the voice. He's like a little. See, he sounds like a little boy in the voice acting, or at least the English dub. Like, I don't really like this, but I do like the character. His outlook on life, his positive attitude, his dedication to being a good person. That part sold me. I like that part.
I'll be right back.
Ain't no problem. There you go. So yeah, I'll live a proper life and die a proper death. That's kind of his main goal. I want to live a good life and die like an honorable death when that happens.
そして死ぬ最果てのパラディン2021年10月放送開始
The Faraway Paladin. Very good. I do like it quite a bit. Although, if I rewatch it, I probably will rewatch it in Japanese because it has to be better than the voice acting we got in English. Let's see. Ben Parker says, well, Asian male fashion icons are beautiful men. Yeah, usually, I think so. They're technically beautiful men here in America, too. They're not really all that masculine either. All right, let's see. But this guy's pretty awesome. I do like this this anime. I think I switched to have season 2. But unless each season has 6 episodes, I don't think I found it. Anyway, Chet. Anyway, there we go. So Faraway Paladin, absolutely awesome. I do like it quite a bit. Let me see here. All right, well, let's go over here and check out how Jujutsu Kaisen tells an entire character arc in 15 minutes. Let's see this masterful writing. And boom. By the way, Chet, we are just $50 away from Pillarman. We are just $50 away. Getting we're over halfway there, Chet. Over halfway there. So apparently, so he's more masculine in the manga. That makes sense. I guess it would make more sense to take him seriously in the manga because I can't hear his voice. I can't hear that little English dub little boy voice. I was like, this is weird. He has a little boy voice.
The power system, the choreography. If you were to ask me,
and see, Alex Hadlington cheers says, by the way, LD, in the lore of ReZero, there is no one who knows English except the 2 isekai characters, and no Japanese slang as well. Really? There's no one who knows English except for 2 isekai characters? Really? In the lore. That's interesting. So, like, if they find something in English or Japanese, they can't read it, but the main character can.
Most people, what makes Jujutsu Kaisen so popular, they would almost 100% mention one of these things, and they wouldn't be wrong. While all these elements are a huge part of the show's success, there's something JJK does that people rarely talk about, even though it does it better.
Whoa, put on Stalker. There's a $50 super chat. Thank you very much, Put on Stalker. Very, very generous. Thank you very much, Put on Stalker. Appreciate it. Let me get one of these here. Give the proper reaction. Thank you very much, Put on Stalker. Says, what would we do without Pillarman? I don't know. Have a horrible, horrible day, I suppose. But there we go, Chad. Put on Stalker, Lady Fastlight, and Put on Stalker, the 2 producers of the day's episode and today's Weeb Day. Thank you very much, Put on Stalker, and of course, Lady Fastlight. Both of you very generous. Appreciate it. Welcome indeed. Thank you very much, Put on Stalker. All right. Well, that does get us to Pillarman, chat. That does get us to Pillarman. We got an extra stream, exactly. But it can't be anything for Crunchyroll. So I think what we're going to do is Saturday. I'll ask Stu when he gets back. But whatever day is convenient for him, I'll let you know. But we will be covering Digital Circus. Amazing Digital Circus. We'll be EFAPing that one. And I think that'll be pretty fun because Crunchyroll said no to us. They hit me twice. With copyright strikes on Twitch. So, but we can do an extra stream. We can definitely do an extra stream. Absolutely. Thank you much, everyone in chat. Thank you much for your generosity. Very much appreciated.
The most series out there, and that's storytelling. In most anime, developing a character takes time. Dozens of episodes, multiple arcs, sometimes entire seasons. Yet, in one of its recent episodes, Jujutsu Kaisen managed to deliver a complete and compelling character arc in just 15 minutes. The real question is, how?
Does that have to be no? We can't do Crunchyroll. So, anything that's on Crunchyroll, we cannot do. So, anything outside Crunchyroll is a go ahead.
How does a series best known for its action manage to achieve in 15 minutes when many shows struggle to accomplish?
I want to see this. I mean, it is possible, but I want to see how they did it.
What is this show?
So this is the Jujutsu Kaisen, and apparently they managed to do a character arc in 15 minutes. Time is money. Got to get that character arc complete, lickety split. Oh yeah, Stu, which would be a better day for you to cover Amazing Digital Circus, like today or tomorrow?
I can do literally any day. Just tell me what's best for you, I suppose.
How about we do tomorrow?
Sure.
Pretty good.
I think that'll be fine. So I cannot imagine it would not be fine. All right, thank you.
Sounds good. Then Marcus says, even if the source isn't Crunchyroll, if the title is on the Crunchyroll, yes, because I've not been using Crunchyroll to stream these shows. I purchased the Crunchyroll channel on Amazon, seeing that could help. It didn't. So nothing on Crunchyroll and the Crunchyroll roster can we do. We cannot do any of that. So HD, I think what H Live or whatever, we couldn't do that one. I think, which is the Amazon anime channel, but not anything from Crunchyroll or sourced from it. Even if I go through Amazon to watch it, it doesn't work. Does that mean I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is on Crunchyroll actually. I think it might be D Live or something. We'll see.
In the third season of Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yeah, I heard Jujutsu Kaisen is really, really good. Apparently, like they wanted to it's the new Dragon Ball Z. I should watch this. Is it isekai? I don't know.
No, it's not. It's just a straight up anime. I have a hard time sitting through it. It just doesn't. I don't know why. It just doesn't appeal to me. It's very Demon Slayer. If you like Demon Slayer, you'll like Jujutsu Kaisen. But I don't know. It just doesn't work for me.
I haven't seen Demon Slayer either. I heard that was also awesome.
I remember loving the movie. If that's a good compliment I can give. Like the Jujutsu Kaisen movie it actually fucking slapped. It was actually really good.
Yeah, I heard. So Jujutsu Kaisen, I heard should it be like the replacement for Dragon Ball Z or Naruto? Like it should be. It's that good. It should be up there.
I mean, Naruto for sure. I don't know about Dragon Ball Z. Like you're I feel that's a little out of pocket, but like sure. Naruto ended with a wet fucking fart, and it's still not even done because we're dealing with Boruto.
Naruto.
We're dealing
Isn't
with
Boruto like Naruto's edgy son or something?
I don't fucking care. Like that's how little I care. Like
I just think everyone hates Boruto. That's like the meme.
Mhm.
That's all I know about it. And see.
Kaisen, the culling games begin. It's basically this big battle royale where a bunch of people are forced to fight each other. And during all of this,
Oh, I like that. That sounds awesome. I like battle royale.
I mean, like,
Itadori, who
can't
is
go wrong with that.
I even like the story battle royale, and I even like Hunger Games, the first book anyway.
the main character of the story, is looking for one of the participants called.
I haven't seen the movie Hunger Games. I just read the first book, and I liked it quite a bit. I heard about the other ones. Didn't really like the premise of the other ones. I think the first book is good on its own. And everyone dies spectacularly. It's pretty cool. I like the character arc of it. Pretty good to me.
Guruma, because he needs his help. Most stories like these follow some kind of structure, right?
Carlos Batista, thanks for the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate Carlos Batista. Thank you very much. Let me see. Here it is. You can always do OG Tenchimuyo. That's very true. The entire series on YouTube, really. Jujutsu Kaisen is a more mature Naruto. I mean, that's a kind of a low bar.
I'd say if you want a mature, maybe, yeah, okay, sure. I'll live with that. It's a mature, it's a more mature Naruto in the sense that it still wants to be very pedestrian. Like it wants to be high school, you know? It's just, I don't know, like maybe I don't know Japanese high school as well as I think I do, but it does not feel like a high school show. I would argue that, oh God, what show? Chainsaw Man was a better high school anime.
Chainsaw Man.
And I mean that with a compliment too. Like that doesn't sound like a compliment, but I promise it is.
Let's see. The entire series is on YouTube. Jujutsu Kaisen is more of a mature Naruto, even if it even has a sequel manga with aliens. Actually, this started, everyone's selling me on this Jujutsu Kaisen so far. It sounds pretty awesome. I like the battle royale stuff. I like the insane battle kind of thing, or the actual battle choreography or whatever. The idea of it's super awesome and high energy battles, and I do like that scenario. It sounds pretty good to me. Actually, the 10 cheers. By the way, LD Boruto, is this true, Stu? Boruto is 80% filler.
I don't know. I have not seen Naruto. I have not watched a single Naruto thing since oh God, what was it? Since they revealed the backstory of the guy who gave the Sannin their title, and I didn't give a single shit about any of it. Like I just remember they're like, I'm reading the manga and I'm like all hyped for this ninja war, and they introduce this guy and then they show his backstory and I'm like, I don't fucking care, and I quit. That was my last Naruto experience, and it didn't help that oh God, what one was it? I was so mad about Pain and how Pain brought everyone back to life. That was like the most insulting shit I've ever experienced in an anime.
Where like a DM thing, like, okay, you're all back to life now.
Yeah, no, I was so mad because like I was genuinely upset because they killed Choji's dad, and it's like, okay, it's Choji's dad, who cares? Then they killed Kakashi, and I was like, oh shit,
whoa, this is for real.
Yeah, like no, they're playing for fucking keeps. Wow, okay, like it was a serious moment, and then oh no, they're all better. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Everything's better.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Let's see.
Don't think too hard.
All right, let me see here. Brave Police. Ben Parker says Brave Police. Jay Decker. It's JK is a standard shonen. I know what you're talking about that now. Standard shonen formula.
Doesn't matter if it's a movie, a TV show, a book, whatever. Writers usually organize events in a way that makes sense. There's a very good chance you've seen one of these storytelling graphs before. It's that line that climbs up to some peak and then go.
Oh, this is your usual standard three-point plot. Freytag's triangle is way better. It kind of shows you like where you want to go. But this is kind of it. It's kind of like Freytag's lump, though. So you got your plot, you got your inciting incident, good, and it starts your rising action. You get to the climax, and you got your denouement, which is your falling action, your resolution, and your final. Well, the denouement itself is your final like send off, essentially, to the story. And you got your resolution, tension. You kind of want your tension to rise. It's kind of how you know you're going. The story has begun. Yeah, I don't know why you would use this though. It's a weird graph to me. This use Freytag's triangle
Goes down. There's
I
like a
hate
ton
to
of
be that guy. How long has this guy been doing it, and how many subscribers does he have? Because you can always tell how amateur a YouTuber is by how quickly they reference this chart. You know?
Oh, he's got 177K.
Yeah,
Doing pretty good.
I mean, he's doing fine. How long has he been doing it though? That's a better.
I'm not
question.
sure. Let's see. Jordan, we got to 100 cheers. Is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is on Crunchyroll. It is even the Forbidden Fourth. So Crunchyroll is the Forbidden Fourth season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Also, it's very hard for people to sympathize with Boruto against his father. After we've seen all the BS Naruto went through to become Hokage.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen like Naruto season 1 really, and even I know that Naruto goes through hell. Like he goes up basically just hated by everybody, an orphan, and being rejected on and clowned all the time. No one really kind of. In fact, the reason the whole thing is he was so looked down upon. And he was so desperate to be of value to anyone that he went ahead and learned clone jutsu by accident. Well, I mean, he was doing it on purpose, but he kind of did the impossible because he didn't know it was impossible.
Yeah, that's why episode 1 is so fucking good of Naruto, because like the idea that like this autistic kid did it like through pure, because like whether or not they say the word autism, he's basically autism coded.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Like 100%. He's a fucking retard sometimes, but he's such a like positive hard worker. Like I loved him for that. And like when you take like the first several episodes, you've got like this amazing inspirational story about a kid like overcoming his own bullshit in order to become great. And then you find out that his dad is actually Ninja Jesus, and it's like fuck you for doing that, like Rock Lee embodies the spirit of the show more than the show.
Rock Lee is awesome. Now I know about Rock Lee. That guy's cool.
Rock Lee was the shit. There are two moments that everyone has the exact same reaction to when it comes to Naruto. It was the moment when Rock Lee dropped his weights, and like everyone like at the same time goes, "Oh fuck!"
That part was so anime. Like just that's like pure Goku, like just taking off my turtle shell and my weighted clothing, and Piccolo taking off his turban.
Yeah.
No, that was like just crank up to 11, where it's like, let me drop my weights.
I fucking love that Rock Lee fight. And the second moment that everyone responds to like vehemently, like just like pure fucking rage, is when Gaara used his own gourd to shield himself from Rock Lee's finishing blow. And like I've watched that fight with like 5 different people, and every single person had the same reaction. That fight is fucking brilliant. It's still as good as you remember it. It's still that good.
Doesn't Gaara actually become a good person? He's kind of
he does. And to be
he's
honest,
given a bad stigma, but he's a good person. Yeah,
no, well, he starts bad, but he becomes good through Naruto's determination and like influence. Like that's because I remember like after the Shippuden stuff, everyone there was like this great moment where you're finding out where everyone is, how like everyone's a Chunin except for Naruto, who's still a Genin. But he's stronger than everybody. He just didn't do the paperwork right. But everyone's a Chunin now, which is like a big deal. But like I think it was Neji and somebody else was a Jonin, and then they're like, oh yeah, our sand friends are also Jonin, and and Naruto was like, what happened to Gaara? And then it cuts to Gaara standing on top of a roof, and they go up to him and they're like, they're like, Kazekage, what is your next order? And it's like, fuck yes. like you're so happy for everybody. Like the emotional beats in that show are damn near flawless. It's just, I don't know what happened, man. It just got so bad.
I had to turn like, hey, we're our sand friends. I heard like it turned good, or he got better as a person, and that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Demigod 100 cheers says Yu Jix is on Crunchyroll. Even the 4th season. Also, it's very hard for people to sympathize with Baruto against his father after we've seen all the BS he goes through. Yeah, isn't the Baruto like how rough of a life could Baruto possibly have? I mean, how much challenge could he possibly have? It should be that like his arc should be spoiled kid, grew up spoiled, grew up having the best in life, and then his whole character arc is being torn down so he could build himself back up as a regular person. That should have been his character arc.
It should have. It like, God, Boruto. I don't care about Boruto. I don't even know if it's bad. It might be good, but I'm just not watching it based on principle. You know.
Like, no, I refuse to acknowledge this thing's existence.
No, absolutely not. Fuck it. I don't care.
Let's see. Carlos Batista is the fighter chat says, and unlike Baruto, Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, like the beer, the sequel manga is actually good. Some same author, different artists though. Got a late 90s, early 2000s look. I do like late 90s. I like that Yu Hakusho look. I say like the 15 cheers as the war arc of Naruto had some of the best, some of the worst part of Naruto at the same time. Also, Neji gets killed off and stays dead. Yeah, who is Neji? Is that the fat one?
No, that's Choji. Neji is he's like the son
the genius.
He's only the super genius. You know, he's his God fucking damn it. I hate Naruto so much. Yeah, he was this gifted super genius, but he was also like the slave to this house. Like he's the second born child of this family, and it's really weird, and it's complicated. Like there's a main branch house and an off branch house, and in the off branch house they serve the main branch house. Like they're even body doubles when they need it. It's like it's a cool concept, and it added to Neji's tragic backstory because his father sacrificed himself for his uncle, and he always fucking hated him for it, you know.
But is he the character that fought the flute lady? There's a flute lady that plays a flute and controls puppets or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool.
I don't know about the puppets. I know the flute lady was fought by Shikamaru, and I do know that the Nara clan are like the Jews or something. I don't
the Jews.
I bro, that was a meme video I saw, and I just ran with it. I didn't question it because
the Jews really get around.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I know anything about that, but apparently the Nara like are behind everything in Ninja Town. I don't know about that. Like someone back me up on that. Like,
so the Jews are behind it all.
Listen, it goes deep, bro. This is like thousands of years of history. You don't know.
I don't think that discussing Naruto like, oh yeah, the Jews run everything.
I'm not certain I understand what's happening there. I just saw a video and I repeated it without,
are they ninjas?
Someone fact check me on this. Do the Nara actually run everything, or am I just like, did I just spread anti-Semitism without reason? Like,
yeah, how come? Why is it all the ninjas are all Japanese, but the Hokage are all?
Have you noticed that Naruto's like ninja cabinet is all filled up by the same people?
Let's see. Wolf's the 25 cheers says the Baruto manga is better than the anime. I don't know what they were smoking, but doing the entire filler arc is a bad idea. 2, JK's ending was also a mess of a wet fart of an ending that had been quickly remedied with a quick sequel in order to explain it better, and even then the sequel didn't answer half of the questions. JK fans are just coping. 3, I can't take Stu seriously when he's actually hasn't finished the manga. Yes, Stu.
Damn.
Yes, Stu.
Yes.
I hate how hard Rock Lee trained for years to get his speed, and Sasuke does it in a month thanks to his stupid magic eye powers. It also doesn't Jet Li, Rock Lee get forgotten about by the writer.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody does. Everybody gets forgotten about by that writer, man. He's not good. He's like, and I hate to be the one that goes, yo, he's low-key sexist, but like all the girls in Naruto suck. And it's like not in the good way.
Let's see. But yeah, just Rock Lee's pretty awesome. It's kind of Rock Lee's awesome the same way that Moomin Rider is awesome. You know, he's the guy that works really hard and really focused on his gains.
Yeah,
and is kind of doesn't have the same power as everyone else, but still faces down the same problems. And see, Alex had the 10 years. Neji fought the Spider Guy and Hinata's cousin. Naruto fought Neji and the Chunin exam. So the fight from Naruto that I did see that really changed that I put in my repertoire and how it changed the way I write battle scenes overall is that battle with the flute lady. I don't know. I just don't know the character who did it because he's like thinking through everything. He's like, okay, here's my resources. I got this, this, and this. What kind of plan can I put together? I thought that was awesome. So Rurouni Kenshin kind of made me think about step-by-step battles. Like, okay, what do I do next? What kind of move should happen next? Then that battle with Flute Lady was like him thinking through all of his options and like okay, here's I'm obviously overpowered here. I'm obviously outmatched here, but I can't really run. So here's my best shot. He's like putting together his items. So that kind of taught me to, okay, let me list what's available to the character so that when he pulls off something crazy or when he fights back, the reader knows exactly what the main character is working with. So there's no Deus Ex Machina. He doesn't pull something out of his butt out of nowhere. And you can't say, oh, where'd that come from? Because I listed it beforehand. So I learned to go and say and list like what's available to the main character right from the get-go and one way or another. And see. Leif as it says, yeah, I dropped Naruto after the Kazekage arc. Everything was so lackluster that after that and storytelling just dropped off. Okay, what's the Kazekage? Is it the shadow?
Okay, that means wind shadow. Yeah.
And see, jujitsu.
As you do.
The company says, those got dang, you chingers? What? Let's see.
Yeah. Sorry, that should not have worked.
Will Smith says, okay, you don't even understand the show. It's about taking your strengths and becoming splendid despite your circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Lee took his taijutsu and ran with it. Mm-hmm. Naruto took his strength and despite his problems, which is a lot, and does his best with it. Minato, who's Minato?
Minato's his dad.
Wait, his dad's name is Minato?
Yeah.
All right. Being his dad should not be surprising, as it was foreshadowed since part 1. Naruto only wanted to become Hokage. He took his master's wish for peace while attempting to save his best friend. That's why it's way harder than what Lee strives for.
Bro,
I didn't say it was worse than Lee. I just like Lee. I just like Rock Lee.
No, he's yapping at me. He's like he's trying to like own me because like I you don't understand the show, bro. I understand the show real fucking well, actually. Like just because they foreshadowed something in part 1 doesn't mean it was a good idea, and they could have totally changed that shit. That was just a bad idea.
I do agree that Naruto he goes through way more hell than I assume Boruto. I mean, what hell could Boruto possibly go through? Like, what? He's the son of the Hokage. Like, what the hell? So
the problem is like whenever here's why. All right, Alec, who the fuck is it who actually had the balls? All right, Wolfsbane. All right, let's take a second.
That's good.
You are in Konoha, the biggest power in the ninja world, and your ninja village leader is the most powerful guy who's also like he might be foreign, he might not be, I don't remember, but he's like the strongest guy in your village. Okay, His wife gets pregnant. His wife, who is a foreigner, by the way, is also the container for the most dangerous fucking creature on the planet. All right? Like, this is she is the container for the nine-tailed beast, which, as we know, at the moment is the most powerful thing in that setting. At least that is common knowledge to everybody else. Okay? She is walking around with a nuke in her stomach. Now, the way the rules work is that you have to like do some really complicated shit in order to pull a tailed beast out of a person. It's so complicated that it usually kills the dude doing it. In fact, it killed Gara when they did it to him. He only survived because his grandma, his grandma had a thing, or I think that was his grandma. I don't fucking remember. But okay, so you have all these elements in place. You have the most famous guy in the world and his wife, who not only is also famous, she's also a famous foreigner married to the most famous guy in the village, who contains the most dangerous weapon of all time. They have a son. No one fucking knows who it is. Not one person knows who's Naruto's parents are in that goddamn village, with the exception of, the third Hokage covered it up. Bullshit, he did. No, they didn't cover up jack shit. That's retarded. There's no way that the greatest hero of the village could not find someone to raise his orphan child, or anyone for that matter. You know, like you can point fingers at the third Hokage all you want, but I guarantee there's some Jonin out there, or even a special Jonin, who would have been like, yo, I could raise Naruto, no problem. Like for Minato, the leader of our village, like, yeah, absolutely we'll do it. No, that's retarded. The only way Naruto's backstory can actually work is if he is born from nobody. But when you start stacking this many bloodline buffs and bloodline benefits, and not only that, legendary and famous people. By the way, Naruto is the reincarnation of like the second Hokage, by the way. Like everyone kind of know, like, I don't know if
everyone's getting crazy.
Yeah, no, like they stacked so many like inherent buffs on him. He might as well be an Aslanti human from Pathfinder. All right. Yeah, Kira. Yeah, no, he absolutely did. The only way Naruto actually works is if he's born from nothing. I'm still trying to come up with cousin.
Also,
yeah,
it would make sense for them to put like a nine-tailed fox into like a nobody kid, because then he would have no family to worry about.
Yeah, and the thing is too, it's like it's also like, okay, so if they put it inside the son of the fourth Hokage, like, yeah, everybody who's anybody would know immediately, and they would never let that kid be by himself for the rest of his life, because you just can't, because other villages would fucking steal him, because everybody would know it. Naruto is the reincarnation of the first Hokage and Ninja Jesus. But okay, fair enough.
And also Ninja Jesus.
Yeah.
And see.
Yeah. No, it really bothers me that they made Naruto's parents so goddamn important. Because, like, and it was funny too, because after they revealed who his parents were, I was still on board for a little while, you know? Yeah, why wouldn't you keep him happy? Exactly. Like, there's no universe where this plot makes fucking sense. Okay? And not only that, you start stacking the themes of Naruto, the idea that hard work is more valuable than innate talent. That immediately goes out the window once you realize Naruto has 5 bloodline buffs and is the reincarnation of Ninja Jesus.
But so, hard work.
Yeah, hard work. Yeah, that's totally did it.
But that metric shouldn't Rock Lee be like awesome? Like, look, this Naruto is Ninja Jesus, a demon, and like super awesome bloodline man. And then he should be beaten by Rock Lee. According to the theme of hard work can overpower anything.
Yeah, I'm getting 2 responses. He was watched. Okay, Lady Fast Lot. He was watched over by Anbu. Oh, yeah, that makes it fine. That's not just a hastily written in thing to justify your stupid fucking plot point. But then
the Anbu Black Op people.
Yeah, like the Ninja Secret Service. And then Sasuke's mom, who was friends with Naruto's mom, wanted to raise Naruto, but the third Hokage said no. Okay, so to be honest, that one, if that's a true plot point, which I'm inclined to believe it is, that one's not bad. But until you consider that there's a whole village of people willing to raise Naruto. Like,
takes a village.
yeah.
Let's see. Actually, the Tenchirs might guy, Rock Lee teacher, is the one that gets all the moments. Even fought equally with one of the founders of the Leaf Village, who has been brought back to life, Madara, who has also become a god by opening all the 8 gates. Let's see here, and then
Sure.
where are we now? We got to 10 Tenchirs. Actually, Stu. Naruto is the reincarnation of the first Hokage, and the Ninja Jesus. But you are right on everything else.
Of course I'm right on everything else.
Ninja Jesus.
These plot points are fucking retarded. Like, I love the show. I wanted it to be good so bad. This is not empty hate for Sword Art Online. Like, I'm not just hating
empty blind rage.
This isn't just like someone who hated something for no fucking reason. I loved this show no more than anybody else growing up, man. Like, listen, like I wasn't Naruto, but I was Naruto. All right. Like, I'm that fucking weird autistic kid who ran ninja running in class. All right. You can't take this from me.
Like, I guess you're born too early for the Attack on Titan craze, where you can ninja run to the opening song to Attack on Titan or something.
Yeah, no, I did rear end a Tesla in DC while listening to Attack on Titan. That was
that was pretty epic.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Let's see. What was it? Oh, I looked up the ending of Attack on Titan, and I have no idea. I guess I have to watch the entire show. It's like, what? He tries to destroy humanity. And like, okay, is it like one of those gambits where I'm trying to get everyone to hate me so they can unite or something? And then some people say that destroying all humanity is a good thing. I'm just confused. Like, what the hell's going on in the story?
They're saying Naruto ran in high school. No, because we didn't have recess in high school. I didn't Naruto run in high school. That's ridiculous. Naruto ran in middle school, and weirdly enough, I was fast. I like, despite being the local fat kid, I was weirdly fast, and I don't have an explanation as to why.
Well, yeah, you're Naruto running.
Of course, yeah, that makes sense. Actually, you know what? You got it. Yeah, you totally nailed it.
Let's see. Call of Duty $65 super chat. Thank you much. Yes. Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, has a twin brother, also does manga. That must be confusing, as he does seinen though, because his brother beat him to the shonen popularity. That's kind of funny. You know what? I'll do like more mature stories, because you got the shonen knocked down. And so what's this? Alex got the Tenchirs is Sasuke's mom, who is friends with Naruto's mom, wanted to raise Naruto. That'd be kind of funny. Is Sasuke and Naruto are born are raised as brothers? But third Hokage said no because of the Civil War. Oh, the Uchiha wanted to start. No, I don't want to raise my son because try to start that whole Civil War thing. Not really cool with that.
To be fair, yeah, like that. See, that one, I actually kind of like that plot point. That is good Kishimoto writing. Okay, like that is actually good and interesting. Good job, Kishimoto. Just everything else fucking sucks.
I think we got everything. Fantastic. Also, speaking of Naruto, though, there was like a whole thing of like, does Sakura deserve the hate that she gets? And going by season 1, I'm like, I don't think so, but it could be. People are like, oh yeah, she hates on Naruto. She does all these terrible things. Like, just one. Apparently, there's a point in a movie or whatever where they go to a separate universe where her parents are dead and Naruto's parents are still alive, and she's like, "You have no idea what I'm going through, Naruto."
Naruto's like, "Bro, I hate women so much right now." Like, I could not imagine being Naruto and hearing that shit. I'd be so fucking mad.
And there's a part where I think she rejects him for years and stuff. Then once Hinata confesses to him, then she starts to seduce him or something. That's what I also heard.
Yeah.
And so Megathon says, hi Megathon's ILD and best chat. Sorry I'm a little late. I slept in since they get the day off for Good Friday. Yeah. Welcome, Megathon. Welcome. Try to be God says, thanks for 10 cheers. I was also the local fat kid and was weirdly fast in high school too. My legs are proportionally long because I was a baby. I hopped everywhere instead of walking. Hopped everywhere. Maybe similar to used to. Maybe because your legs are stronger. Because
yeah, bro, have you ever seen like a former fat guy like who starts working out? You ever look at their legs? They're fucking massive, man.
it was massive calves and stuff.
Yeah, and the reason they're massive is because they spent their whole life carting their fat ass everywhere, of course.
It's one of those benefits.
And one of the rare few, yeah.
Let's see. Fatal Chris says that Sasuke disappears and she wants him to stay, so she throws herself on him, basically.
Yeah,
I think that's it, right? That was that it. I think that's what her.
Yeah, no, she did this total like whore behavior move where Naruto is about to go rescue Sasuke. A guy who also has a vested interest in seeing Sasuke returned well, and Sakura, the selfish bitch who doesn't want to be alone, is like, Naruto, I'm actually in love with you. You shouldn't go. And he's like, shut up. He just told her to shut the fuck up. And he was right for it.
At the moment the red pill drops. The moment the red pill hits, like this, just shut up. Shut up, Sakura. Let's see. Ghost says Sasuke pulls a Goku later in life and just bails on his kid and baby mama. Bye, son.
It's funny everyone says that, but like, I don't know. Goku didn't really abandon his family as much as like he's been dead a good chunk of the time.
He died a few times.
Yeah.
But I think even when he's alive, he just goes off the train 23 hours a day.
Yeah, maybe I'm remembering wrong. I'm not gonna fight on that one.
Bye, son. What would my dad do right now? Bye, son.
I'm beginning to think I have issues.
What was it? Yeah, so someone also gave me that meme too, where it's like Naruto gets a healthy relationship and a loving family, and Sakura does get the guy that she wanted, but he just impregnates her and leaves.
Bro, Sasuke's such a piece of shit. You almost feel bad for Sakura because she got like objectively the worst ending. Like her husband sucks. Like Sasuke is so terrible to her. Like even in the fan games, like if there's a ending where you hook up a Sakura, there's always the moment where you just got to deal with Sasuke and you just got to kill the shit out of him. Like Sakura's gonna be happy.
He doesn't get any better. He's always that, but I'm pretty sure that given a second chance, he still choose Sasuke all over again. Pretty sure.
Who, Naruto? Yeah. Well, he got Hinata, who's like she is from like one of the wealthiest families in town, who has all these connections and all this shit. So he gets Hinata. Not only that, she is objectively like just the best waifu because she's obsessed with him. And I think 3, she got big tits. Like there's,
she gets there.
She gets there.
Yeah. Tying is no excuse. Yes. Goku, stop farting around. Come back to life. Look, you're kind of right. It's not really an excuse in the world of Dragon Ball Z, at least not for Goku, because he just comes back even if he's dead.
Yeah. Well, his logic wasn't unsound. His logic was like, listen, all these people keep showing up to kill me. Maybe I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, we should just go away.
Like, yo, I'm sorry, but like, the thing is, Goku was totally right. Like, everyone
he does die, and then everything stops happening.
Everything stops happening. He comes back for one fucking day. He comes back for one goddamn day for one tournament, and guess what? Shit goes wrong immediately.
I think the Boo stuff started happening, right? The Boo stuff.
Yeah, it was the Boo stuff. Now, granted, like he had nothing to do with the Boo stuff, so that's just a hilarious coincidence. But still,
but that's beside the point. All right, let's see.
different ones that I have never seen, but they're all trying to show some kind of journey. At the beginning of episode 8, about 10 seconds after
Oh, you're very dangerous from being a Nazi because, as far as I've heard, if you even suggest that stories have a structure to it, that's Nazi speak. So careful.
the opening song, we get introduced to Higuruma for the first time.
His name is Higuruma. All right.
We learn that he's a lawyer, but not just any lawyer.
What good is a ceiling fan? What is good is a ceiling fan doing?
A defense attorney who took on impossibly difficult cases. Someone who
Is he Phoenix Wright? So it's like
I'm
action
hearing Phoenix.
anime.
I'm hearing Phoenix Wright music.
This is action anime starring Phoenix Wright. That says, I mean, this does actually start getting better and better and better so far.
We're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
Yeah, it turns out. It's Will Spain got something else for you, Stu.
Oh
Will
boy.
Spain cheers says the entire point of Boruto is that Boruto starts off with everything and loses everything over the course of the story. See, I told you that should have been his character arc.
I mean, sure. I'll let him have it, man.
Kushina and Minato's wedding and her pregnancy was a secret, and even I guess it's like a ninja wedding, and even Kushina's status as the Jinchuriki sounds delicious was a secret. It's even shown in the Minato one shot that Kushina's status was a secret to most people in the village. After the attack, Danzo, this guy just called Danzo after all these like really Japanese names, reveals his status.
I was like, whoa, where's that sentence going, Lit Dev?
Among all these, starting the rumor that the fox took the form of their leader. Yes, Stu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's been owned Stu. I think that's Stu. I like he's just holding like a model of Ultra Instinct Goku.
believed in justice, someone who was serious and who wanted to help those in need. At this point, we're somewhere at the start of the graph. The story introduces the character and the world they're living in. It shows us what he stands for and what their normal life looks like before everything goes in a very wrong direction. But then, things do go in a very wrong direction, and we discover that he's actually working on one of these difficult cases. The situation is that he's defending a young boy called Oe, who was arrested after running away from the police. They sit down and he explains to Higuruma that he ran away because he has a cat. And he knew that if they arrested him, his cat was going to starve. Pretty valid. But because he runs, they immediately think he has something to do with the crime that happened in the neighborhood. They chase him back to his apartment, find a weapon that matches what they were looking for, and arrest him on the spot. Higuruma starts digging into the case. He discovers that his client works for an organization that helps old people and...
Is it Jujutsu Kaisen? Because I feel like a legal drama is not really... There's not really a lot of high, intense battle scenes in that.
Literally makes zero money. He also finds out that the guy couldn't just turn in the weapon earlier because he lives in this sketchy place where calling the police just isn't something you really do. This boy is almost definitely innocent. So Higuruma keeps digging. While all this is happening, we learn that this man barely makes any money from cases like these, even though he's working his butt off. But here's the thing, he takes them anyway because he doesn't really care about the money. And also, he has been doing it for years. All that because he wants to protect people who can't protect themselves. We are now 6 minutes into the episode. This is where things start ramping up. The character gets challenged by obstacles, pressure, or just something else. This part is usually the turning point that pushes the character. At this point, we'd be climbing higher and higher on the graph. The story jumps to the trial. Everyone is sitting in the courtroom and Oe is found innocent. This is awesome. It's a moment of celebration. I mean, you'd think Higuruma would be happy and enjoy the win for at least a second. But deep down, he knows this is just...
I've seen this meme. This is a meme. This GIF right here.
Deep down, he knows this is just
Like,
the start.
There it is. There's the picture. There's the if you don't use the whole GIF, that's the one. That's the picture everyone uses. Like just
Here's the thing. The Japanese criminal justice system in this story is completely rigged against defendants. Innocent people constantly get thrown in
In
prison
this
for
story,
stuff they
yeah,
didn't even
absolutely.
do. But it gets worse. These people end up hating Higuruma for not saving them, even though he's literally pouring everything he has into defending them. We see random people on social media saying a bunch of stuff about this case, even though they kind of don't understand it, trashing and roasting Higuruma in the process. But then we finally get a good part in all of this. After a while, we see Oe thanking Higuruma, crying his eyes out, saying, "Thank you for believing me," finally leaving a smile on his face for the first time in the entire series. The episode cuts.
I do like the idea of a legal drama, but I don't really see. Isn't this supposed to be like a intense shonen anime? Like, what's going on here? When does he start fighting people? Or have I got a completely different idea of Jujutsu Kaisen?
To the second trial. Oe is found guilty. Life sentence. Higuruma is furious, but while he's sitting there, he catches Oe staring at him with pure rage in his eyes. As he walks out of the courtroom, Higuruma just
Then he has to go home, strap up, and get revenge on this evil system.
breaks. His sorcerer powers awaken, and he slays a bunch of people.
What? Hold on. Throw that back.
Pure rage in his eyes. As he walks out of the courtroom, Higuruma just breaks. His sorcerer powers awaken.
That's a big switch. I don't know anything about Jujutsu Kaisen, so it's like, okay, here's a cool legal drama. All of a sudden, okay, now he's a sorcerer, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's like a different turn. They like to have the 10 cheers. By the way, LD, Naruto, a character that gets memed as racist. Why does he get memed as racist?
I also need to know. I also need to know why.
Oh, is he racist against Uchihas? Is that what it was?
Not really. His best friend's an Uchiha, but then again, I also like black women, and I'm racist. So, you know.
So what was it? Kind of like what was it? The Whis, like Whis from the anime version of Ruby, where she's like, "In my world, there are no fondness," but she still likes that one fondness. Blake, that one's okay.
And he slays a
That's
bunch
one of the good
people
ones.
right there.
One of the good ones.
We are now 10 minutes into the episode. This is the moment of highest tension where stuff is going down, where the character makes the decision that defines their entire arc. We would be at the very top of that graph right now. The episode cuts back to the present where Yuji is searching for Higuruma. And when he finally finds him, my man is just lying there in a bathtub, fully clothed, joking about how it feels better than expected while the most ominous music plays in the background. Turns out Higuruma's been using this massive theater as a base and hasn't lost a single fight since this whole thing started. Yuji asks him for help. Higuruma says no, because he sees the culling game as a form of punishment. He doesn't want mercy. He wants to test whether all this fighting can deliver justice better than the law ever could. Basically, he's kind of losing his mind. We are now 15 minutes in, and this is where the story starts moving towards resolution. The graph would be slowly dropping back down after hitting that peak. But before we get to the actual fight, I need you all to understand how insane this is compared to most stories out there. If you really take a look at a lot of anime out there, especially the more
Yu Hakusho.
old school ones, those stories need a lot.
Hey, Zatch Bell. Now that is a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time. I remember Zatch Bell being pretty interesting though. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I think it came on like at night on Toonami or something. Whatever that was at night. I'm not sure if it was Toonami After Dark, or Adult Swim. I don't think it was an Adult Swim level show though. But it was pretty cool. I do remember liking it quite a bit.
Stories need a lot of time to develop characters.
There's a Shaman King, I want to say. I think
That was Shaman King, yeah.
I never actually watched Shaman King, but I did see it around, and someone I did know liked it, and apparently it was pretty cool. And is it JoJo? Are they just have like a stands? Is that what it is? Like they fight with stands?
They have guardian spirits, and the whole point of Shaman King is that it's a tournament, and the winner of the tournament gets to channel the great spirit.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like Battle Royale JoJo.
Kind of. Yeah.
Ghost says LD powers and JJK manifest in random ways and can be based around weird stuff. Like one guy's powers are based around his workday hours.
Yeah, no, that's right. He the blonde guy that all the girlies like because he pulled another guy's hair. No, I'm not joking. That's a real thing. No, yeah. He stops like once he's off the clock, he's off the clock, and he plays it up like it's a funny character quirk. No, he literally has to. It's actually a cool power.
And see, yeah, see, because Yogi says, yeah, Shaman King is dope. Only, yeah, that's I think it's where I found it on 4Kids, and I saw it advertised in the same block as Yu-Gi-Oh, which I don't know if you know this dude, but I like.
You like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, I like Yu-Gi-Oh. I thought it was pretty fun, pretty cool show. Hey, Joey Wheeler, Godfather Games. Will Spain 10 cheers his last one. So Sakura, yeah, get ready, Stu, for a pummeling.
All right.
Last one. So Sakura gets a lot of flack for her actions in the anime, but the show actually slanders her a lot, does it? She's more mean-spirited, hits Naruto a lot, and is, I guess, because that's more action. Like she just hits Naruto, I guess, for gag damage.
Yeah.
And is put in damsel situations a lot more. There's a video called Sakura Haruno, The Bloom You Refuse to See. Character analysis.
To be honest, like, I personally think the Sakura hate is a little overblown, but like, fuck it, who cares?
And see, I was at the 10 cheers. Sadly, Zatch Bell never finished their anime. They didn't. And the English dub censors a lot, including the fact that Zatch is he's a demon. I think I vaguely remember that actually. It's like Pikachu, though. It's like an electric demon. Also, the English dub was canceled earlier than the Japanese version. And see, they aim to be Shaman King, and whoever achieves Shaman King basically gets to shape everyone's future to whatever they desire. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like JoJo plus Highlander. Kind of that's what it sounds like.
Time to develop characters properly. In One Piece, for example, one of the most legendary moments comes from Robin, where she asks the crew to save
I think I've heard of the show.
her. For literally hundreds of episodes, she's portrayed as this distant, mysterious character who keeps all her emotions locked up and never fully trusts her crew. Then, in this absolutely heartbreaking moment, after years of buildup, she finally screams out she wants to live. That scene it's super hard precisely because it comes after such a long journey. Obviously, this is kind of an extreme example, but when you look at most series out there, you actually need a good chunk of time to understand the characters and who they actually are. I mean,
having a fire mustache would suck. It's just constantly burning your face, this under your nose. I don't think that would be very pleasant to have.
Even smaller side
he does
characters.
that because he thinks it looks cool.
No, think a fire mustache looks cool. Come on, it's a fire mustache.
Still get developed
Looks
over
awesome.
a bunch of time.
Yeah, it looks awesome, not cool.
And that makes sense. You have to show the audience who
It's that guy. See that guy on the left there? That's the guy that fights Flute Lady. And,
That's the Jew.
he's the Jew. Why is he the Jew?
I don't know. I just know that the Nara run everything.
This is the ninja.
The ninja.
I look at the 10 years. Can One Piece actually be that good? It only has one season. Yeah, I think they're working on a second one now, though.
this person really is, their whole personality. You got to establish what they want, their goals, what motivates them, what's pushing them forward, their story, all of that. That's a good thing. It's what makes us care about someone. And don't get me wrong, Jujutsu Kaisen absolutely has characters that it takes its sweet, sweet time with. Here's where it gets kind of tricky. This isn't always possible. You might have noticed that nowadays, anime and manga series tend to be way shorter than they used to be. This happens for a whole bunch of different reasons. At the end of the day, it means that developing a character for hundreds of chapters isn't always an option. So what do authors do in this situation? The obvious way is to introduce characters fast and develop them fast. But often, when a story does that, the character can start feeling like a plot device instead of an actual person. You get a name, a cool design, one or two personality traits, but nothing too deep or too interesting. And the moments that
says, I don't think Netflix One Piece would have the guts to kill off Ace. How is a Netflix One Piece so far, Stu? Is it pretty good?
They've killed a lot of people. They killed fucking Mary in season 1, a character who decidedly does not die in the original show. Like, they made it a point and like, nope, Mary's fucking dead. Fuck you. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Is Mary the one that is Zoro's rival?
No, he's the goat guy that gives them their ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's his decision to gift them the Going Merry, and they named it after him. In the now, to be fair, like Oda may have always wanted him to die in the original show.
They didn't let him.
And they didn't let him because you get the feeling that Oda is down to kill people more often. It's just as executive meddling made it so it's like, no, you can't kill people. This is a kid show.
Yeah, you can't do that, Oda. The Rebels 8. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Thank you much, Rebels 8. Appreciate it. Let me see. Stu dislikes the juice, just like Mel Gibson. He hates the oven. Darn Stu, he hates the oven.
None of that is true. I just happen to notice things.
The entire person thinks the 69 month support says, Stu, what are your thoughts on Amazon's Invincible?
I'm watching the current season and I'm invested. Like, I'm not like dying to find out, but I'm invested. Sure.
Let's see. So, so Kaya's butler. So I guess is the other butler besides Catman.
The butler that wasn't a pirate. He's the one that died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Should hit hard, don't. But with Higuruma, we know exactly who he was, what changed him, and what he became. And when we have all of that, the fight starts. Higuruma immediately pulls out his most broken ability, Domain Expansion. This literally teleports both of them into a whole courtroom where they can't actually fight for the moment. Yuji gets put on trial for some silly thing he did way back when he was 17 years old. And if this man gets found guilty, he catches a penalty that makes him weaker for the entire fight, pretty much. This creepy creature called Judge Man is standing behind Higuruma and
Yu-Gi-Oh card?
He's a you. I was gonna say, yeah.
Clear the courtroom, Joseph. Hello, Joseph. Something wrong? You're still turned on, aren't you? Yeah. Because that's the guy that dressed up as Mai. Like that's the guy that became Mai for a little bit to trick Joey into believing he made out of the illusion. And it was just Mai saying there with Joe Johnson's voice. Here you go, Joseph. Here's my card. Yeah. Let's see here. Alexander Smith says, when in doubt, just watch Frieren. Already watched it. Watch it again. It's pretty good. It's still good on the second and third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh watch. Turns out.
as he starts interrogating my boy, asking if he snuck into a casino when he was too young to do it. And Yuji, in this life or death situation, becomes embarrassed and tries to find any excuse to get out of it. This literal buffoon lies and says he only went there because he had to poop. But Higuruma knows better. He somehow caught him in 4K, pulls out a whole photo, and bam, guilty.
Damn.
Now Yuji has to fight with no powers. Higuruma throws a hammer at him, which understandably catches him off guard. And somehow he pulls out another one and makes it grow like 100 times bigger. This man is absolutely bodying Yuji.
Because it belongs to me, it grows to twice its regular size. Duke Devlin always rises to the occasion.
In every single way possible. Come to find out, not only was he a genius lawyer, he also happens to be one of the most gifted sorcerers of all time. And on top of that, he mastered all these crazy skills in like a couple of weeks. Is
he Frieza?
Making hammers spawn out of thin air and just starts launching them like
Wait, he throws Judge Gavel?
I mean, what else would you throw in a courtroom?
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to judge him, but it's his power, man. Like, that's what he knows.
If a kid made okay, I need you to make a lawyer and put him in a shonen fight. It's kind of what a kid would come up with. Like, okay, he throws hammers. Like Donkey Kong or whatever.
Shuriken.
Or that one guy from Mario games in the cloud.
Yuji is about to lose big time. Higuruma is about to finish him off with this massive
He's the same powers as Harley Quinn.
hammer, but at the last second, Yuji invokes his right to a retrial. The exact same legal mechanism that Higuruma used in his career. They start, but this time he asks Yuji about something much more serious. The time he went on a whole rampage while his body was possessed by an evil spirit. Yuji doesn't try to lie about it. He immediately admits he did it. Higuruma loses his mind because he knows Yuji is innocent. After all, he was being possessed. In that moment, he lets Yuji win. Not because he got beat physically, but because he got beat mentally. He realizes that his whole experiment, his attempt to replace justice with
knowledge,
force, failed. Yuji's compassion, his willingness to take responsibility for stuff that isn't even his fault, his refusal to give up on people, represents every.
Look up LD. Look at the sushi speaker, JJK. I kind of like this. It's really selling me on Jujutsu Kaisen, not even because of the character arc thing, but how crazy it is. I kind of like the premise of it.
Everything Higuruma used to believe in back in the day, and seeing all that in Yuji forces him to go back to his roots. He stops fighting, he agrees to help, and he becomes that lawyer who defended the weak once again. This whole thing easily works as a spectacular battle with some crazy moves and high stakes, but it also works as the final act that nicely wraps up this character. So it works, but the question is, how and why does it work so freaking well in such a short amount of time? Personally, I think that there are two main reasons for that. First off, remember that graph I showed you a couple of minutes ago? With a lot of these episodic TV shows,
George Lopez
and cartoons like The Office or Ben 10, for example, every single episode is basically like its own thing, its own mini movie. Sure, you got one long story, but usually these characters run into some new problem every episode.
That's what's supposed to be like, yeah.
Handle it by the time the credits roll, and everything's back to normal. What this means is that you can kind of hop into any random episode without knowing anything about what happened before. And I think this is the same concept as the graph I showed you earlier. And it's also exactly what they did to Higuruma's story. And second, which I personally think is the most underrated part, everything they show us about Higuruma revolves around one single idea. Let me explain. At the beginning of the story, his job is literally being a lawyer, someone whose entire existence is built around the concept of justice. He feels bad when there's injustice, like watching innocent people get accused for things they didn't do. His breaking point
He puts the in injustice.
happens in a courtroom because of injustice, and it's also the exact place where justice is supposed to happen. Even his power manifests as a courtroom trial, which, yeah, is a cool ability that looks sick, but it's also a visual representation of what? Justice. And then his opponent is Yuji Itadori, who represents moral accountability and this belief that people deserve understanding, not just.
And see, Leifas says, LD, I would love to see how you react to Bungao Stray Dogs. I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty awesome already.
My newest disciple is obsessed with Bungo Stray Dogs. She's like binge watching it right now.
What's it about?
I don't know.
It's about like some guys living on the street fighting people or something. You know, it's a street thug something. That's kind of what it sounds like.
I genuinely am not sure.
Unless it literally is about dogs. I don't. I could be.
I do not believe it is about dogs.
I'll check it out though.
At this point, Higuruma thinks justice is about making people pay. But Yuji does not believe in that. And because Higuruma's entire character has been built around this one concept, the fight immediately.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So apparently it's like Fate. Series written by Kafka Asagiri and illustrated by Sango Harakawa, featuring supernatural abilities based on famous literary figures, centering on the armed detective agency of Yokohama. It sounds pretty cool. I'll look into this one.
Immediately has weight to it. Higuruma feels like a fully realized.
I was going to watch this, but I'm not really sure what the whole thing about your sentence to be a hero seems way too isekai to me, like way too tropey. Like it's trying to lead into the tropes, like play with the tropes. But I don't know. Is it good?
His character,
the one where you're sentenced to be a hero. It's like you're like I think it's like a villain or something dies, and as punishment he has to be the hero in a new world or something like that.
By being introduced in the middle of the Culling Game, one of the most chaotic and crowded arcs in the entire series. And that's because every single element of his character reinforces the same idea. We don't get a backstory about his childhood or something unrelated. Everything connects back to
it's just about like he's seeking justice and never getting it.
Justice. This is the trick that makes his introduction so efficient. We learn about him through one lens, and one lens only. Justice is an idea that we can all relate to. It has touched
that was Phoenix Wright right there. I have to recognize his blue suit.
all of us at some point in our life. whether it's feeling like something was unfair or wanting to fight for the right thing, just like Higuruma. And because that idea is so clear,
Judgment.
you understand him almost instantly. This is the difference between a character who's introduced quickly and a character who's introduced efficiently. And in my opinion, it's why Higuruma has one of the best character arcs.
Is this Goku statue ever going to come into play? He's been holding it the entire time. Is that his microphone? Actually, is that his microphone? It might be his microphone.
And introductions in modern shonen.
There's a little cord there. So yeah, I didn't know it was his microphone. I was like, he's just been holding the statue for some reason. I don't know. It's like, is he autistic? Like, what's going on? But no, it's his microphone. All right, chat. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and close the stream for today. So we're going to go to stream memes. But we did, in fact, hit Pillarman. Thank you very much, everyone. And we're going to see if we can EFAP some amazing digital circus on Saturday with Stu of the Stu Crew.
Yo, let's go.
Let's see, chat. All right, we'll just go ahead and go to stream memes. Lower your volume or raise your volume, whatever you prefer, chat. And Pillarman, loud clip incoming. Pillarman, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yes, best chat. Thank you much everyone for generosity. Very much appreciated. We did hit Pillarman. Let's see. Alexander Smith says, sentenced to be a hero is not an isekai. Committing a serious crime causes you to be sentenced to a hero. Heroes are forced to fight the demon blight, and if they die tragically, they get resurrected. I mean, it sounds interesting a little bit, but I'm not sure. But it feels like it's way too on the nose. Like they know they're an isekai. Let's see. All right, chat. All right. Let's see here. What is this? Ghost in the Shell? It's like original Ghost in the Shell, right? Or is this new one? No, that's the original one. Let's see. My GF wondering how I know these songs. Me and her 93-year-old. Oh, because it's Fallout. 93-year-old grandfather. Both drunk singing the ink spots. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. Star you, star me, Starfleet. Let's see, episode 5, episode 1. See, I think this is partly why people enjoy One Piece, the character arcs. Yami gets like 2. Let's see. This is funny because I did go see a concert a couple of days, I think last week. I did stop by a Buc-ee's. I went to go see Pussifer live, and yeah, they have this. They just have like fresh chopped barbecue. Like, have you ever been to a Buc-ee's, Stu? It's surreal.
Yes. Sorry. Got a phone call. Yes, I have been to Buc-ee's. I like them a lot.
It is interesting being to a Buc-ee's. It is very odd because it doesn't seem like it's real. So. What was it? It's you go there, and it's like 4,000 gas pumps, and there's like 4,000 bathroom stalls, and
they pay their managers like $150 a year, right?
That's pretty good. That's a good salary.
It's enough that even I'm like, yo, I might go to Buc-ee's. Like,
let's see. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Let's see. Miss Honey QT says, damn, I just finished a new good ying for Stu, and I was too late to put in stream memes.
You can put a good ying down, I think. I don't think that's a problem to you.
Yeah, a little bit. And see. No, I tried to mimic the ink spots because they have that little like weird 20s vibrato. Let's see. The plot. Let's see. There we go. What's this? Anime tourists, anime fans. Stream clip submissions. Oh yeah, we'll watch that in a second here. Thank you much for the 2 card control. Appreciate it. It's a World Economic Forum has blocked you. What'd you do to get blocked by the World Economic Forum? That's pretty impressive.
That might be for me.
Let's see. A friend has owed me a substantial debt for over 3 years now, and it wasn't until threatened to take their recently single mom to Pound Town after matching with her on Tinder and sharing an arousing conversation that they were motivated to pay me back in full.
That's funny.
Let's see. Assert dominance, establish presence, stealth, question authorities, just pee on the floor. Sneeze. Yeah. Let's see here. The threat actors, big mean nerds, perform massive supply chain attack, infect potentially millions of devices, appears to be pivoting to extortion, identify victim as veterinary software, sends email to victims, LOL, sorry. Let's see, disclaimer, this email is compromised and not used by any exploiters, members for anything other than sending the email notifying pet screening of their breach. Hey guys, we are a group collaborating with Team PCP. Rudium canister worm and other supply chain attack. You were caught in the crossfire. We're sorry. Please lock up your AWS profile and rotate keys. We did not exfiltrate any data or lock anything. If I remember correctly, I left a note. Maybe not sure. Sorry for the inconvenience. Be sure to secure your data here. It's like giving someone a page of the death note. It's a Wolfsbane spider shit. Sentence to be hero used to summon heroes, but found a new method after the last Isekai hero defeated the Demon King. It's spoilers, so I won't say it. I'll check it out. It might be pretty good. Coca-Cola, Fanta. Take my this Lego fry. What is this? I need you to do it for me, Ditto. Just one more time. I want every badge in Kanta, so you have to obey. Look at this guy's face. Look at this face.
That's funny.
So obey my command. It's his dad. So it's not even like don't become a sexy waifu. Like become my dad, so you can tell me he's proud of me. Why is Ditto so afraid of this then? That it gives a whole a new dimension to why Ditto doesn't want to do this. Because I don't know. It's like, oh, I don't want to give you false hope. There we go. There's the elf from Lotus War. Let's see. Go do a justice. Anime hentai. And this is what's going on. This summarizes what's going on right now on Twitter. There's like the Japanese and America clashing together for the good of all peoples. This is pretty badass. I wanted an American Gundam, like a good one, not the one we got in like G Gundam, but a good one. Let's see, Rings of Power, new season with an orc in main cast. Can you believe it? I almost threw up reading that. Yeah, tell me about it. I also hope that Frieren is anti-orc. They're pretty awesome. Like she's against demons and orcs. I mean, I repeat myself, I guess. American thing, Japanese thing. This is true. Let's see. What's this? What is this? We should give nuclear weapons to Japan. Oh yeah, it arrived twice, and the shipping method is way too American. Next time, pack it carefully. All right. My apologies. They weren't packed correctly. Please, at least make sure it doesn't explode the moment it arrives. Yeah, at the very least.
I mean, it's just polite, really.
Yeah, it's just polite. And it's got to be got the 10 cheers. Is Ditto knows this will not fix Ash's abandonment problems in the long run. It'll only like hurt, like exacerbate them, probably. Like it will prevent him from getting over it, I guess. What is this? Curry Mapo Tofu. This is some Fate meme. Let's see. This is okay. What is this? I think it's Gara. And then some swords.
That's a Fate reference.
Oh, it's a Fate reference?
Yeah.
Father Ketamine. All I will say about this is if I were your next opponent, you'd already be dead. Random fact: Archer from Stay Night knocks the arrows on the left side of the bow. This is a modern tactic that increases accuracy at the cost of reducing the fire rate. In contrast, Alicide's Arjuna and others knock their on the right side, as done in ancient times. As they were friends now. And then Crimson Desert players are ignoring the story to collect an army of cats. Okay. I guess you could do that. And what is this now? Okay, there's Frieren. There's, I guess, is she the elf hunter? I guess she's like the lady. That one lady comes back. I guess she finds elves really cute. The big boob lady. This is the one that the priest would want.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I guess Star Fox that kind of shows up. I guess it does kind of make sense that it's like Super Mario Galaxy, so they meet Star Fox.
Right. Like I if you squint at it, it makes sense, but like I don't really want to squint at it, you know?
Makes sense. Peaches. I couldn't really take the bad guy seriously in the movie because he has like this simp song going on. As Digital Circus, and then I fucking hate you and hope you die. What is this? Is this something Digital Circus related?
Yeah.
Shut up! I'm an artist, and I can draw you pregnant. Let's see. POV: you were too honest with your therapist. You can't spell International Women's Day without RWO and M, all letters in the word worm. And then I finally found an exit. Come back here, you buffoon. Let's see. And then there's that guy. I think that's what's her name's brother. A covetous Jew. Oh, look, there's that guy from Naruto.
Yeah.
And, Cartman's Passover. Hey, look, there's a ball pit. One extra hour in the ball pit.
Yay.
Nerd. What is this? But I can't take this off ever.
Oh, I think it's like in response to like porn of her. It's
Oh,
like, yeah, I'd be happy to have sex, but I can't.
it's attached to me. Let's see. I can't let Orochimaru revive the fourth Hokage. He will kill me if he sees the conditions I have. I've been leaving his son. Is this real? Does he actually complain about this? Because it seemed like I know I was like.
So it's a meme. Supposedly the reason Naruto has such a shitty life is because the third Hokage like just made his living conditions a living hell for reasons. I don't know. It's really fucking stupid. Especially because it's the third Hokage that fucked over the fourth Hokage. I believe his beloved student, like one of them, if I recall. God, I don't care who's fighting with me on it. You're just wrong.
That is pretty tough though. Like, oh man, I don't want this guy to come back to see how horribly I've treated Naruto for some reason.
Yeah, during the Orochimaru fight, Orochimaru summons all the corpses of all the old Hokage and then brings them to life as like ninja zombies. And he was like, "Oh, thank God, I didn't. The fourth Hokage is not here." And he actually says that during the fight. It's like, "Oh God, I don't have to fight the fourth, who is the strongest, I think." But yeah, that is funny. Like that's a funny meme at least.
Okay, so you have no family to raise Naruto. Fine. Did you have to treat him so shittily though? Did you have to just like leave him to be an outcast forever? Here's the month's living expenses. Don't waste it. Really tries to shoot it. Lady Faisal says, I don't think anyone was fighting with you, Stu. It's all information that showed up after you left the series.
No, it's fine. Like this is not important, guys. We're kind of I even think that whoever the fuck was fighting me over it was kind of memeing. It's not that big a deal.
Let's see. Was it third Hokage protecting Naruto? Naruto's just dead. Let's see. Let's see here, chat. And Hiruzen, please take care of our child and make sure he is viewed as a hero. Don't worry, I'll put him in a one-room apartment by himself. Not teach him anything. Let everyone treat him like trash and never tell him who you are. That's the exact opposite of what I told you to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's Ninjesus, lead king of the ninjus. And there's that I think that's Sakura's rival. Is this from the anime or is this a fan thing?
Is it a blonde girl? Because I'm in the middle of a
Ino.
mini game. Oh, it's Ino. Yeah, I really like Ino. Actually, nobody likes Ino but me, and that's okay. I'll keep her for me.
Didn't she marry the fat guy?
No, decidedly not the fat guy. Actually, she marries the fucking asexual gay guy. Like, I do not understand the appeal between them. He's supposedly this hot Anbu dude, but like he's totally not her type either, because it's implied she had a thing for Choji. It's really weird.
After she was discussing with him because he's fat, and he's like, okay. Later on, she's like, okay, well, this guy's not that bad.
Yeah, he turns out that like Choji's family are fucking like insane, crazy ass alchemists, or I think they're connected to the Shikamarus. I don't fucking know, but they're all cool.
What is this reference to? Oh, the fat kid running. Yeah,
Well, that was me. That's me.
Let's see. What is this? And dead. Uh-oh. So Shurkiss turns Naruto black. Okay. Let's see. When Naruto calls her grandma, when somebody else calls her grandma, so you have chosen death. Cry. Lots of cry. And there's this. And 2 Uchihas almost destroyed the shinobi world. Imagine if the whole clan were still alive. You're welcome, assholes. You thought I was an evil douchebag? Well, you know, I killed the entire Uchiha clan because they're all dicks.
Yeah, that was literally it.
I love Uchihas. Same, bro. My favorite Uchiha is Itachi. It's Jesse with this face.
That's funny, yeah.
Let's see. And then James. I like James has this really like painted fingernail, feminine looking hand. And he's like breaking his shoulder doing this. It's a minor inconvenience in Leaf occurs. Tobiriyama and Danzo. Uchihas.
Listen, that's not entirely inaccurate either. That one's pretty correct.
And Tobirama, on after Futurama, resigns his position as Lord Second of the Leaf Village after old footage of him saying racist comments about the Uchiha clan.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Zetsu kills Madara. Oh man. When you become Hokage, but your big brother does not allow you to mistreat the Uchiha clan. It's just a man's pain. I said, I'm going to become the Hokage. Tobirama dies. I will destroy all shinobi. I will destroy the Uchiha clan. I will destroy the Leaf Village. Uchihas. But you realize that future Uchiha will be descendants of... Why are all the Uchihas such dicks? Why are they all have to destroy everybody? What's going on here?
I'm actually not even certain on that one. Why are the Uchihas dicks, chat? I'm like... Oh.
Let's see. What are you doing? What's wrong with this? This is completely innocent. Right? Oh yeah, this is the hammer guy. That's the guy from Jujutsu Kaisen right there.
Nice.
Hammer time. Oh, this is the part where they fight Hitler. Blonde hair, blue eyes, super strength. I should be recruiting them. And hammer time. Why do people hate Sakura? I guess there's no video explaining it. And it's 15 minutes. Not bad. Meet anime woman. I think I know what this is going. It's a lot of text though. There's a Stu. There's girl Stu.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Oh, this is a good ying. This is female good ying with Stu shirt.
That's really good.
You got the 10 cheers. They are the emo clan. They are going to use anything to justify being a dick. Yeah, I think Sasuke by himself kind of like ruined a whole generation of OCs because everyone wanted to be Sasuke. And there's a Roman Frieren. And then there's this. That's not PC friendly. All right, chat. Don't close the closing for anything. Wish everyone joining me. Thank you much, Best Chat, for always being best chat. Thank you much, Stu, for joining us today. So again, of course, next time.
On a cold winter morning. the dawn.